let's bring it. I see a veteran up in here, man. MJ. Let's bring in my good friend, man. How you doing, brother? I know you got a lot to say about scam. I know
What
you got
up,
a lot.
man? That's his name, Dorman Scam. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, bro. I hate to tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dan.
Tell me, bro.
As a Laker, you guys got to stop thinking of mediocre. The dude, now you already got on one channel, they say the players are trash on his one channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about you right now, the locker room. He said all the players are trash.
There's literally channels dedicated to low basketball IQ that just like to shred guys like Austin Reaves. I never knew until somebody pointed me in that direction. I couldn't even watch 5 seconds of it, bro. I lost brain cells just being there. There's some real Bron Glazers that just like to hate on everybody not named LeBron, and they're looking really silly right now because they like to talk trash about me for giving Austin Reaves his obvious due props. Another 30 piece. What you got to say now, clown? So it's like they always got something to say, man. Get these clowns off of my TV screen. Listen, I will never go back on that channel, not even for 5 seconds.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
Ticket TV, he calls LeBron James fans jockstrap sniffers. So this is for you guys. If you're watching, shout out to all the LeBron James jockstrap sniffers. This is for you.
I have zero confidence in the Clippers, and I'm getting this close to stop rooting for Kawhi Leonard altogether. I'm getting close to just rooting for Nikola Jokic and calling it a day. I'm tired of these dudes. They're not a serious team.
They should be embarrassed. It's a joke. Lakers fans, they should be embarrassed about that. They say they're like one of the greatest franchises of the NBA. They should be embarrassed. You think Boston Celtics, Denver, the Thunder, the Bucks gonna let someone like Austin run the offense?
I just wanna slide on
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got another update, folks. We got another update, man. After Austin Reaves quit on the Lakers, Luka follows in his footsteps. And Luka quit, folks. Yeah. Woohoo! This is what you guys wanted, right? This is what you guys wanted. This is what you guys traded AD for so that Luka can quit on the Lakers. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Luka's out, folks. Tomorrow versus the Phoenix Suns, folks. Now, we all know what happened the last time Luka played the Phoenix Suns, folks. 7 for 25, folks. 7 for 25 from the field. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
It's my turn! You told me it was my turn!
Ladies and gentlemen, Luka Dookie's ducking smoke, folks. He's ducking smoke. We all remember the last time we played the Phoenix Suns, folks. Luka Doncic went 7 for 25, and he got exposed. LeBron James had to save him. Folks, do you guys find it ironic how a 41-year-old is better than the Lakers' quote-unquote future? I mean, really think about this for a second, folks. This is why LeBron is just the greatest player of all time. I'm sorry. Like, all due respect to Jordan. I love Jordan. I got his sneakers. But I'm sorry, right? LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. You got people running around calling Luka Doncic a generational talent. Now, I think the word generational gets thrown out way too loosely. To me, Luka Doncic is nothing close to a generational talent. But let's just roll with that for a second, right? I don't believe that, but let's just roll with that narrative for a second. LeBron James at 41 is better than Luka, who people label as a quote-unquote generational talent. This is pathetic, folks. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. Okay? So, if you guys missed it, this is what Puka Luka did last time, folks, versus the Phoenix Suns. I don't know if you guys forgot. This stat line is this is oh my God, this stat line is it's nasty. Wow. This is some Russell Westbrook stuff, folks. This was Luka Doncic the last time we played Phoenix, folks. This was Luka Doncic's stat line. I'm glad he's going to sit out tomorrow, man. Jesus Christ. He almost costed us the game the last time. That is a nasty stat line. The boy had more free throws than he did field goals. Wow. That's pathetic, man. If that was Russell Westbrook, folks, what would you guys be saying about him? Jesus Christ.
What? Bro, what are you talking about,
Looking
man?
to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
It's tripping.
It's my turn! You told me it was my turn! Clubhouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a filthy stat line, folks. 7 for 25. This is like styling. This is worse than Russ. Now, I remember Russ having a lot of bad games, folks. I remember Russ having, a lot of 5 for 13 nights, a lot of 5 for 14 nights, a lot of 5 for 15 nights. I don't know if I ever saw Russ go 7 for 25 and 2 for 14 from the 3-point. I got to give some credit to Russ. I don't recall that. Do you guys recall that? Can anybody tell me Russ's worst game as a Laker? Because I don't recall him shooting this bad ever for the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't recall 7 for 25, 2 for 14. This is worse than Russ. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all think I'm trolling and trying to be funny. I'm dead ass serious. This is worse than Russell Westbrook, folks. Luka is worse than Russ. I'm not even trolling you guys. I'm serious. This is literally insane. 13 for 14 free throws. That's where he does his damage at, folks. At the free throw line where nobody can guard him. That's where he does the majority of his damage, folks. Luka is just not that good. We had some clown call in early talking about some, yeah, you wish you could play like Luka. Play like what? A foul-hating, stat-padding fraud? But folks, once again, the reason why he has to do this, folks, he can't get by anybody. He can't. He doesn't. He's not quick. He's not quick at all. He can't get by defenders. So this is why he starts foul baiting, because that's the only. If he just played straight up, he would struggle to get shots off. Real talk, he would struggle to get shots off. He's slow-footed. He's got 2 left feet. He isn't quick at all. He has no lateral quickness. He would literally struggle to get shots off if he didn't foul bait. So let's get into what happened the last time we saw Luka Doncic. You guys do me a favor and drop a like on the video. This is honestly insane. We're going to get to Trevor Lane too. We're going to get to Trevor Lane in Lakers Nation here in a second, folks. Once again, he continues to spread false propaganda to save Aston Reaves. So we're going to get to Trevor Lane in Lakers Nation in a second. We got Melanated and Proud. He said generational clown. That's insane. We got Jay Dixon. Shout out to Jay Dixon. He said, but the casual said LeBron was stat padding against the Clippers. The haters get dumber by the day. Yeah, the haters are pathetic, man. We got Bob the Builder. What's going on, man? Shout out to Certified Steppers. Yeah, bro. 7 for 25, bro. 7 for 25, 2 for 14. It was insane. I'm actually glad he's not going to play tomorrow. Because what he did the last time we played the Suns, folks, it was actually insane. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Shout out to Styling. Shout out to BS4U. Shout out to MX. Bruce, what's going on? We got DM in the cut. Andy, King J, Iron Man, the crazy dude. Couple clowns done seep through the cracks. I see you guys too. What's going on, clowns? What's going on, Mike? Shout out to Armani Certified Steppers. JJ, what's going on, man? Mr. Player Made, this stuff is diabolical, bro. Shout out to GTA Online. Shout out to Daniel Berry. One Black Panther, what's going on, man? Shout out to Brian Russell. The Villain, King J, what's going on, man? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into what happened the last time we saw Hookah Dookie, okay? Now, once again, I'm going to tell this story one last time. On Saturday during the Clippers game, we did a live show, right? At halftime. It was about a 15-minute show. I was fully anticipating Luka Dookie to play in that second half, right? At the very end of the show, people started coming into the chat and they started saying that Luka Dookie isn't going to play in the second half. Okay? Now, I didn't see Luka Doncic even come back onto the bench. I believe Luka Dookie, honestly, folks, I believe at halftime he got in his car and he went home. Remember, it was a Clippers game, folks. We all know the Clippers live in Inglewood. I am of the mindset that Luka got dressed and then he went home during the game. That's what I believe. Now, we saw the Clipper fans, folks. They were trolling Luka Doncic like no other, okay? We saw them put up Ozempic signs, Jenny Craig signs, and Weight Watcher signs, folks. It got very disgusting.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
It's my turn! You told me it was my turn!
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I've ever seen this before. I'm going to be honest. I've seen some really good trolls by NBA fans before. This one right here was insane. I mean, from the Jenny Craig signs to the Ozempic signs, folks. I mean, this is insane. This is literally insane. I got to go to a Clippers game this year. Those people are insane. I have to go to a Clipper game at some point this season, right? They had Weight Watcher signs and everything, right? So I don't know if this affected Luka, if he felt like, sad, if he cried in the car on the way home. I don't know. Now, people are saying, folks, that he is gaining the weight back, and that might be a big reason as to, why he's now suffering these lower leg injuries, okay? So once again, this was the supposed injury that Luka Doncic suffered on Saturday, right? Versus Bogdan Bogdanovic. Folks, the dude didn't flinch. To me, like I said, I think he personally just gave up because he wasn't getting free throws, he wasn't getting foul calls, and he couldn't buy a basket. That's what I personally believe, folks. Let's actually go back to his box score on Saturday. What you guys have to realize, folks, playing for the Lakers, this is basically the biggest stage in the NBA. All right? It's the biggest stage in the NBA. So just like we saw with Russell Westbrook, folks, right? If you come to the Lakers and you can't play, unfortunately, you are going to be exposed. And one of the biggest reasons why you're going to be exposed is because you're also playing next to LeBron James. See, it would be different, right? If LeBron wasn't here, it would be different because we would have nothing to compare you to. But when you're on that court with LeBron James, who most people at this point have as the greatest player of all time, when you're on the court with him, it makes everything that you do gets magnified, folks. Right? All your flaws get exposed. So, Luka, right? Ever since he's come to the Lakers, his flaws have gotten exposed even more so than when he was a Dallas Maverick, right? So what are some of his flaws? Well, Nico tried to tell you guys. He doesn't play any defense. He doesn't play defense. He's inefficient. I'm starting to notice too, folks, now that he's been here, that he has a low IQ too. And I thought Russ's IQ was bad. But I don't know, folks. At this point, I don't know if Luka's doing this on purpose. I don't know, because a lot of his shots these days, folks, his shot selection, it's very questionable. And it's almost worse than Russell Westbrook at a certain point. It's getting worse than Russ. And Russ's IQ for the game was pretty bad while he was a Laker. He did a lot of questionable things as a Laker. He did. And Luka's at that point now. It's getting to the point where he's actually about to pass Russ. I don't know what his problem is. To me, once again, he's playing with LeBron. So here's what I think is going on. We got Style, and he says, step back, step back, step back. Here's what I think is going on, folks. I think now that LeBron is back, Luka is forcing the issue because he doesn't want to get shown up by LeBron James, right? I was just listening earlier today to the Mayonnaise Media, right? And these guys were basically saying, oh, the Lakers are Luka's team, right? And what's funny to me, folks, is that they claim that the Lakers are Luka's team, right? They're trying to force it. It's not actually Luka's team on merit. It's not Luka's team on the fact that he's really our best player. No, they forced it on him. And honestly, I've never seen anything like this before, right? Now, let's just say hypothetically, LeBron James was the one that got traded to Dallas. And people were saying it's Luka's team in Dallas. That would make sense, right? You got traded to Luka's team. So it would make sense if people were saying like, yo, this is Luka's team. That would make perfect sense. But it's the complete opposite. Luka was the one that got traded to LeBron's team, but yet they want us to believe that this is Luka's team. You see how this makes no sense at all? This is why I was listening to the Mayonnaise Media earlier today. I'm like, bro, these dudes do they even think about the things that they say before they say them? Do they even think about the things that they say before they say them? They're forcing this to be Luka's team. Once again, not because of the fact that he's actually better than LeBron, but just because of the fact that they just want him to be the best player. So what I think is happening is Luka, he's internalized that. So now when he's on the floor, he's not letting the game come to him. He's forcing it. Because he's trying to prove that he's better than LeBron, when in reality, we all know he's not. So I think that's what we're dealing with right now. Because this play by Luka the last couple of weeks since LeBron has been back, it doesn't make sense when you're actually watching it. You're watching this dude just literally jack up shots. I mean, he'll bring the ball up court, folks. He won't even pass the ball. The ball touches nobody else's hands. He'll literally just bring the ball up court, dribble, and just shoot it. He won't even pass it. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Once again, he's forcing it. He's like, okay, they're saying I'm the best player, so I got to go out there and just jack up shots at the detriment of our team. because he's not really our best player. See, LeBron don't have to do that. LeBron can play second fiddle. He can play even some nights third fiddle, and he can still be efficient. He can still be productive. Luka, the only way Luka can be productive is if he's forcing it. If Luka did what LeBron did and played the second or third option some nights, it would be some nights where Luka wouldn't even get 20 points. Real talk. You guys remember when Russ was here, right? There were some nights Russ didn't even get 20 points. Because we had LeBron and we had AD. So there were some nights Russ wouldn't even get to 20. He wouldn't even get to 15. Russ might have 10 points, 12 points. That's what Luka would be doing if he was playing actual basketball. But he's not playing basketball. He's going out there, he's forcing shots, right, at the detriment of our team, so he can try to prove that he's better than LeBron James, because this is embarrassing. I've told you guys this. They claim Luka and Austin are the future of the Lakers, and LeBron James he's showing you guys why he's the GOAT. Think about this for a second. Luka and Reaves are supposed to be the future. They're in their prime right now, 26, 27 years old. And LeBron's better than both of them. He's better than both of them. So once again, they want us to believe Luka's the best player on the team. Folks, the dude leads the league in points scored. He leads the league in three-point attempts. He leads the league in field goal attempts. He leads the league in free throw attempts. And he also leads the league in turnovers. When LeBron was playing with AD, did LeBron ever lead the league in field goal attempts? Did he ever lead the league in free throw attempts or three-point attempts when he was playing with AD? No. You want to know why, folks? Because LeBron had no issue letting AD be the leading scorer. Remember AD's first year? LeBron led the league in assists that year. So people trying to make it like, oh, LeBron's jealous of Luka. Oh, LeBron fans, y'all are just mad because it's Luka's team now. No, that's not what it is. We're upset because y'all are trying to make Luka the face of the team when there's somebody on the team that's literally better than him, and that's LeBron James. So it makes no sense. And if the only thing you have is, well, LeBron's 40, about to be 41, then honestly, I'm going to tell you that that's pathetic. Because how is a 41-year-old better than a 26-year-old? At this point, Luka and Reaves, they should be embarrassed by what's going on. They should be embarrassed.
They should be embarrassed. It's a joke. Lakers fans, they should be embarrassed about that. They say they are like one of the greatest franchises of the NBA. They should be embarrassed. You think Boston Celtics, Denver, the Thunder, the Bucks gonna let someone like Austin run the offense?
So, exactly, Mr. Player Mate. They trying to erase the whole LeBron AD era. They're ignoring the facts. Exactly. So, once again, folks, we just saw the other night versus Utah. LeBron James has his knee ran into by Walter Clayton Jr. I was actually watching the Utah broadcast. The Utah announcers thought LeBron was walking to the tunnel. LeBron got up, walked to the end of the court, stood there, walked the injury off. After the game, he said, we dodged a bullet. And that was the end of that. Luka gets bumped in the back of his leg by Bogdan Bogdanovic. And now this dude talking about he can't play versus the Phoenix Suns. Austin Reaves, the last time we seen him, he was perfectly healthy. After the game, the reporters asked him, "Are you okay? Is everything good?" He says, "Yeah, I'm good." We haven't seen the boy since. So think about how embarrassing this is for Laker fans, folks. Their supposed future, Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves, are currently getting exposed in December. They're getting exposed. The last time we saw Reaves, he was getting exposed by De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper. He was getting exposed. The last time we saw Luka, he was getting exposed by the Clippers. So this is their strategy. When they get cooked, they're going to start faking injuries. That's their game plan. Get cooked, fake an injury. I've never seen this before. I've been covering the Lakers since 2020. I've never seen this before. I've never seen it. Really before 2020, honestly. More like 2019, 2018, honestly. I've never seen this before. Where the two best players are out here faking injuries. The supposed two best players. And nobody's mentioning it. These injuries are fake, folks. They're not real injuries. Ain't nothing wrong with Luka Doncic. He quit on us. So like I said, let's get into the BS report, though. This is from, let me see. This is from Sports Illustrated. Give me 1 second. Let me get some of these tabs closed out. Give me 1 second, folks.
You're a freaky frog!
Jesus Christ. Okay, we should be good. We should be good. Wow. That was crazy. Okay. Once again, let's get into this fake-ass article, this fake-ass injury report. And we're going to get to Trevor Lane here in a second. Because Trevor Lane and them, they're over there throwing slick shots. And we got to respond to it. So yeah, stay tuned for that, folks. We're going to get to that next. We're going to get to Lakers Nation and those boys over there next. So this is the report from SportsIllustrated.com. Luka Doncic will miss Tuesday's Lakers-Suns game with an injury. The Lakers will play without Luka Doncic on Tuesday versus the Suns. The Lakers star is dealing with a lower left contusion he suffered during Saturday's loss to the Clippers. Earlier on Monday, Lakers coach J.J. Redick said Luka was considered day-to-day with the injury, but he was ruled out later that day. Luka missed the second half of Saturday's game after he was hobbling. At the end of the first half, JJ said. Redick isn't sure how much time Luka is expected to miss at this point. The Lakers play again on Christmas Day versus the Rockets on Thursday. So we're gonna see, folks, if he's gonna be available on Thursday. Right? He's already gonna duck Phoenix tomorrow. I don't think they want that Rockets smoke either. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think Reaves is honestly dreading playing tomorrow. But I think at this point he realizes, like, okay, I can't keep faking this fake-ass injury for that much longer. But I think if Luka and Reaves had it their way, they would sit out both of these games. They would sit out both of these games if Luka and Reaves had it their way. So it says this will be the fourth game Luka Doncic is missing this season due to a lower left leg contusion, as he was out for 3 games back in October. This injury seems unrelated to the previous one, though. Okay, cool. So we get it, right? Luka Doncic will be out tomorrow. He's ducking smoke. Like I said, last time we played Phoenix, the boy was 7 for 25, and he was 2 for 14 from the field. Or, excuse me, from the three-point line. 2 for 14, folks. Absolutely insane.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get to the Mayonnaise Media. Now, once again, these dudes are over there throwing slick shots, folks, right? They're throwing their slick shots. Like I said, I don't know who these guys think that they are. I don't know. A lot of these dudes, man, they let subscribers and stuff go to their head, and they start thinking that they're just above the fray. They think they're like famous or something. So it's obvious they watch my content. It's obvious they know who I am. But instead of them just acknowledging me straight up, right? they just throw like little slick shots. They say little slick things. And I pick up on it. I catch it. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. You know, we discuss them, so they're gonna have things to say. In response to the things that we say, it is what it is, right? But yeah, I tuned in to an episode from Lakers Nation that they posted today from Trevor Lane, right? So he got to talking about Austin Reaves. And is Austin Reaves gonna be the fit for the future alongside Luka Doncic, folks? Now I want you guys to listen to this, folks. We're gonna break it down because what he said made absolutely zero sense. And it's very obvious that he's getting paid, I guess, to push propaganda for Reaves. I don't know, but it's very insane what's going on over there. So let's just take a listen, folks.
All right. Is Austin Reaves the guy with Luka? One of the biggest questions going into the season. It is still present here around this Lakers team. Is Austin Reaves the guy that you want with Luka long term as the second guy playing with Luka Doncic? And so far, Austin is having yet again a career year. Every single year, this guy gets better. We see it in his numbers right now. My goodness, hard to complain about what Austin Reaves is doing right now, although some people will certainly find a way. But 28 points per game, 6.7 assists, 5.6 rebounds, 1 steal, the 3.3 turnovers, that needs to come down, but 50% shooting from the field, 37% from 3, and getting to the free throw line 9 times per game.
Okay, so once again, folks, you hear the condescending tone, right? Even though some people will find a way, right? I wonder who he could be, who he's referring to. Who are these people that he's referring to, folks? We don't know, right? We don't know. So he starts off by saying Austin's having a career year, right? And then he starts, going on Basketball Reference, and he starts, mentioning Reaves's stats so far this season. Right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, okay, this is all a part of the Austin Reaves cycle, right? He does the same thing every single season. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Austin Reaves cycle, it's a 3-part cycle, 3 phases. Right now, we're in phase 1. The decent regular season phase. He did the same thing last year, the same thing the year before, and so on and so forth, right? We're only in phase 1. Phase 1, decent regular season. Right? Now, to me, like I said, it's decent. I'm not overly impressed by it. Why? Because he only plays well against bad teams. You see, when Trevor gets on his show and you guys notice how he just read off Reaves' stats? He never provides any context. Right? So he says Austin's having a career year, and then he goes on basketballreference.com, and then he just starts, screaming out his stats, but he never provides any context. Now, what are the context to those stats? The context is LeBron James missed the first month or so of the season. LeBron James last year averaged 24 points a game. So obviously, if he's not there, that means there's going to be more scoring opportunities for everybody else. So that's played a role in Reaves's scoring going up from 20 points per game last season. No LeBron James. That's the first thing. The second thing why his scoring has went up is because he has become, along with Luka Doncic, one of the biggest foul baiters in the NBA. He's averaging 9 free throw attempts per game this season. So he didn't mention that, right? So that's 2 things, right? So far, right? LeBron was out. He's foul baiting. The Lakers have also had a very favorable schedule to start the year. And also, folks, man, there was one more point. I literally just had it in my head and I forgot it. Okay, let me go through this again. So the first one, LeBron was out. The second one, he's a foul baiter. Oh, the third one, easy schedule. I remember. The fourth one, folks, you want to know what gets lost in those fake ass numbers that Trevor Lane just pointed out? You want to know what gets lost? The fact that he only plays well against bad teams. So like I said, when we go up against the Pelicans or the Jazz or whoever, right? He has good games against those teams. But what happens when we go against the elite teams in the West? What happens then? What happens then, folks? Now, here's what Trevor Lane won't show you guys. I'll show you though, because I'm not as disingenuous as Trevor Lane. So this is what Trevor Lane won't show you guys. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me go to StatMuse real quick. Now, we've played, let me show you guys the standings real quick. Let me show you guys this. So right now, currently, the Lakers are what? The 4th seed? Okay, we're the 4th seed right now, currently in the Western Conference, as you guys can see, right? So we haven't played Denver yet, but we have played San Antonio and OKC, the top 2 teams in the Western Conference, right? So this is what Trevor Lane won't tell you guys. Let me show you guys this. This is where it's going to get nasty. You guys do me a favor and drop a like on the video. This is what Trevor Lane doesn't want to mention. Let's go to Austin Reaves' stats versus OKC and the Spurs this season. Folks, this is what Trevor Lane will never tell you guys. Give me 1 second, folks.
Let's bring it. I see a veteran up in here, man. MJ. Let's bring in my good friend, man. How you doing, brother? I know you got a lot to say about Scam. I know
What
you got
up, man? That's his name, Dorman Scam. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, bro. I hate to tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dan.
Tell me, bro.
As a Laker, you guys got to stop thinking of mediocre. The dude, now you already got on one channel, they say the players are trash on his one channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about you right now, the locker room. He said all the players are trash.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is what Trevor Lane doesn't want to talk about. This doesn't fit his narrative. Anybody can go to basketballreference.com and read off Reaves' numbers for the season. Anybody can do that. You got to do a little bit more research, Trevor. But once again, you know this. You're smart enough to go research this on your own. You know this. You just don't want to mention it because it's not going to fit whatever narrative you're trying to push. So once again, folks, these are Austin Reaves' stats this season versus OKC and versus San Antonio. He ain't averaging 28 points against elite teams, folks. Now, let me show you guys his percentages and his numbers. So from the field, folks, get this. From the field, folks, Austin Reaves is shooting 36%.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Folks, men lie, women lie, the numbers don't lie. They can call me a hater, they can call me a racist. They can't call me a liar. Austin Reaves versus San Antonio and OKC this season is shooting 36% from the field. 36%. From the three-point line, he is shooting 18%. 18%, folks. Just to give you guys some context, that's about 10 percentage points lower than Bronny James. But when I told you guys if I was the coach, he wouldn't play for me, y'all called me a clown. Y'all said I was a hater. Y'all said I didn't know basketball. Like I said, if I was coaching the Los Angeles Lakers, Aston would be down at the bottom of the bench, keeping the seats warm next to Bronny James. And when there's a timeout, I would expect him to get his ass up, let all the other players sit down, pass out water bottles, and make sure those boys have a towel so they can wipe the sweat off their face. That's what he is, folks, against elite competition. He's a water boy. He's a water boy. What did Anubis say? AR-15 turns into a water gun against elite competition. But once again, if you bring this up, oh, you're a Austin hater? How are we hating when we're just telling you what the facts are? How is that hate? That's not hate. That's reality. Shout out to GD with the $5 super chat.
Fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
You said the only official Laker channel is that with Horry and Worthy. All others are paid to push propaganda. They know their audience is a bunch of casuals. So once again, Trevor Lane, let's get back into what Trevor Lane was saying. Shout out to GD. Let's listen to this dude again, folks. Let's get back into this. Let's get back into his analysis, folks.
You see it in his numbers right now. My goodness, hard to complain about what Austin Reaves is doing right now. Although some people will certainly find a way. But 28 points per game, 6.7 assists, 5.6 rebounds, 1 steal, the 3.3 turnovers. That needs to come down. But 50% shooting from the field, 37% from 3, and getting to the free throw line 9 times per game, hitting 88% of his free throws. Austin Reaves having a phenomenal season. Now, the Lakers, if they want to keep Austin next to Luka long-term, they're going to have to pay him this summer. Austin Reaves has a player option. He declined an extension with the Lakers last summer. Rightfully so. He knew that he wasn't going to get full market value on that extension. The Lakers, they offered him as much as they could under league rules, understanding, knowing that he was not going to take that extension, but just to go through the motions and make sure that they expressed to Austin how much they have enjoyed having him on the team. They went ahead and offered it, said, look, we know you're not going to accept it, but here is this offer for this contract. And Austin said, no, thank you. And now he will hit free agency this coming summer. So if the Lakers are going to want to keep Austin, we can throw out numbers. A max salary would start him at about $41.5 million because he's still on the 25% max right now, which is kind of the fun max, right? It is the max, but it doesn't sting quite as much as the 30% max, as the 35%
Shut your
max.
bitch
He's
ass
the 25% max. So we're talking about $41.5 million. Could he take a little bit less than that? That's a conversation for the summer. But the bigger question, besides just, is Austin worth X amount of dollars? Is he the guy you want with Luka Doncic? Because frankly, if he's not, then that changes the way you're going to approach the trade deadline. That changes the way you're going to approach this summer. Now, I've been saying that even if you decide that Austin Reaves is not the guy that you want with Luka, you still need to sign Austin.
Okay, so he then goes on to say, folks, as you guys just heard, even if Austin isn't the guy, which we all know he isn't, you still need to go ahead and sign him. What are you talking about, man? What is he talking about? Let me ask you guys a question. When Malik Monk was here on a 1-year deal, was Trevor Lane running around saying, well, you still got to sign him? When Lonnie Walker was here, oh, but you still got to sign him. All the guys that done came here on 1-year deals or on expiring contracts. You weren't running around saying, oh, well, still got to sign him. But for Austin, we got to sign him? No, we don't. What do we got to sign him for?
The problem they have right now is if they decide Austin's not the guy that we want long-term with Luka, well, nobody's going to give you a ton for him right now. You're not going to get the second guy, right? That's really what you need.
So folks, once again, listen to this stupidity, right? He says nobody's going to give you, exactly, they let Caruso walk too. They don't let so many guys come and go. But we got to sign him though. So think about what he's saying. He's saying you got to sign him. And the reason why you got to sign him is because nobody's going to give you nothing for him. Nobody's going to give you nothing for him if he's signed. I want somebody, please, to tell me this, right? I want somebody to go find an article. Go find me a team on the internet that is interested in Austin Reaves. Just find me one article. Just find me one. Find me one team, one article where another team is saying they would be interested in having Austin Reaves on their team. There is nothing of the sort on the internet, folks. All these dudes do is lie. They're making it seem like this dude is some coveted asset around the league. Nobody wants him. If you guys remember, in 2023, right? He was a restricted free agent in 2023. That means that any team could have signed him to an offer sheet and it would have been up to the Lakers to match it. Folks, nobody offered him a contract. Nobody. Not one single team. There were rumors the Spurs were going to. The Spurs didn't even offer him a contract. Nobody signed him to an offer sheet. The Lakers were bidding against themselves for Austin back in 2023. They bid it against themselves. Nobody offered him a deal. Go look it up if you don't believe me. All they do is lie. All they do is lie. Now they want us to believe that there's 29 other teams that are just dying to get Austin Reaves. It's all a lie. Go find me one article. Show me one report, one team that's saying they will be interested in bringing on Austin Reaves. And don't bring me no Laker media people saying this. Because we all know how Laker media just lies all day. Go, I dare you to go find it. You'll be searching all night because it doesn't exist. Nobody wants this guy. They want us to believe other teams want him. That's what they want. That's what Laker media wants because they want to keep trying to pump up this fake value that they're trying to create for him. That's all this is about. They want to lie and pretend like he has value around the league. Nobody. I don't know one team that's like, yo, man, if we could get our hands on Austin, yo, let's sign Austin for $200 million. Let's do that. Who's saying that? Who is saying that? Nobody's saying that. This is all a lie. I'm on the internet every day, looking at articles, looking what people are saying. I'm all over the internet. All over the social medias, getting a pulse of what people are saying. I cover this team. I would know if there's other teams that wanted him. I would know. There are no other teams. This nigga talking about Spurs want Reaves. Man, get out of here. The Spurs don't want no goddamn Austin Reaves. Get your goofy ass on, man.
Long-term with Luka, well, nobody's going to give you a ton for him right now. You're not going to get the second guy, right? That's really what you need. If you're going to trade Austin Reaves because you don't want him to be the second guy with Luka long-term in a post-LeBron era, whenever that begins, you need to use Austin to get the second guy. But no team's going to give you that quality of player for Austin Reaves on an expiring contract because they could give up significant value and then he could walk away from them over the summer.
Cap. That's cap, ladies and gentlemen. That's cap. So you telling me right now, right? If Giannis demands a trade, and he forces his way out of Milwaukee, and he says he wants to go to the Lakers, just like AD did back in 2019. You telling me that they wouldn't give Giannis up for a package around Reaves or Luka or whoever? Of course they would, just like New Orleans did. They took Lonzo, they took Brandon Ingram, and they took Josh Hart for AD. And then, why would it matter to you if you're a supposed Lakers fan once he's traded and off the team anyway? Why would it matter to you? Oh, the other team isn't going to give you nothing. What do you think the dude is worth? What do you think he's worth? Who do they think he is? That's what I'm saying. These people are they're so delusional. They just make stuff up. Tell me who y'all think the dude is. We saw Desmond Bane go for 4 firsts to Orlando. Who in their right mind is going to give you 4 first-round picks for Austin Reaves, who went undrafted? I mean, just think about that for a sec. You think another team would say, "Yeah, we'll give you 4 first-round picks for a guy that didn't even get drafted." You got the dude for free, basically. Now you think you're going to go sell him for value? He ain't worth nothing. That's why he went undrafted. The only value that he has is from Laker fans. Tell me what other team is like, you know what, we'll give you 4 first rounders for Austin Reaves. I don't even think you could fetch a first rounder for him. I'm not giving you a first round pick for Reaves. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving you a first round pick for Austin Reaves. What player? Tell me a name right now. Give me a player that you could trade Austin Reaves for. See, what they think is they think that they're going to trade Austin Reaves and upgrade. That's what they think. That's actually what they think in their mind. They think the only way we're going to trade this dude is if we can get somebody better than him. This is the delusion of Laker media. Because why would another team trade you a player that's better than Austin for Austin? Why would they ever do that? But in their mind, oh, we're not going to trade him unless we get a better player than him. We're not going to trade him unless we get an all-star. Well, then I guess you're never going to trade him then. I guess you're never trading him because you're never going to get an all-star for him. Unless you're talking about like an old all-star. Like maybe you could get like a DeMar or like a Zach LaVine or something, like a guy that's made an all-star team but isn't really necessarily an all-star anymore and he's a little bit older. Maybe somebody like that, they might do it. But that guy's going to be older. You're not going to get nobody that's young, coming into their own, in their prime, straight up for Austin Reaves, and they're going to be better than Austin Reaves. That player doesn't exist. That player does not exist. Tell me right now a player that's young, 25, 26, 27, that's better than Austin Reaves that you can actually get. The only person that I can think of that would be an upgrade would be Giannis Antetokounmpo, because he probably wants out of Milwaukee. That would be the only reason why. And even he's a little bit older. He's 31. And the only reason y'all could get him, potentially, is because he would probably want out. But outside of Giannis, you tell me right now a player that's better than Austin Reaves that you can realistically acquire that's around his age, the player doesn't exist. I can't think of a player that another team is like, yeah, we'll trade you our guy for your guy, even though our guy's better. The player doesn't exist. Nobody's trading you a better player for Austin Reaves. You want to know why? Because he's not worth it. If he was, other teams would be interested, but he's not. He's just not. So I could name some in high school better than him. He said, what all-star melts in the playoffs? We got this clown in here trying to play Bobby Marks. Dude, stop it, man. Now you're a capologist, right? Like, shut up, dude. Look at this clown, chat. Look at this clown. Lakers will have 3 tradable first-round picks summer 2026. In a sign-and trade with 3 first-round picks, you can get someone. So once again, that's not a straight-up trade. You're not listening. You're not listening. Of course, if you attach extra compensation to Aston's ass, you can get somebody. But they're acting like you can just trade Austin straight up and go get a player that's better than him. No, you're not. No. Notice what you said. We would have, think about what he just said. We would have to attach 3 firsts along with Aston and probably a couple other players to get somebody noteworthy. That should go to tell you he's got no value. That should go to tell you he's got no value. You got to attach assets to his ass. He ain't got no value. Don't nobody want that.
Now, we have no indication that the Lakers don't believe Austin Reaves can be that guy. Everyone has spoken very highly of him, and they want to keep him long term. He's talked about wanting to be a Laker for life. Doesn't sound like he wants to go anywhere. But is Austin Reaves the guy with Luka? And I think I'm optimistic that it can work. I know there's been a lot of questions about the defense and can the defense work? And I think if you structure a team appropriately, if you have the pieces, and that will be on Rob Pelinka, and much easier said than done, but to find the defensive pieces to put around them, I think it can work. And I think we've seen it work with Luka Doncic in the past with Jalen Brunson. Saw it work with Kyrie Irving. Relax, calm down, Reaves haters out there.
Okay, so let's stop it real quick, chat. So the dude says that he's optimistic that a Reaves-Luka backcourt can work. Now, can I ask you guys a question? What is there to be optimistic about? Why would he just be randomly optimistic about it? What proof of concept do we have that this can work? Somebody in the chat tell me, please. What proof of concept does he have that he can look at and say, this can work? Or is he just blindly optimistic? We saw it in the playoffs last year. We're seeing it this year versus good teams. It doesn't work. So why is he optimistic? Why? I mean, aren't we grown? I mean, or does he still believe in Santa Claus? Trevor Lane must still believe in Santa Claus, man. He must still believe in the Tooth Fairy. I thought we were all grown here, folks. What is there to be optimistic about? There's nothing to be optimistic about. The track record that we have so far is that it's not going to work. What was the excuse for why the Lakers lost? What was Aston's excuse? Trevor Lane lied and said, oh, he had a big toe injury. That was a lie. What was the other excuses? Oh, we didn't have a center. Okay, well, they got you a center, and Austin's big toe should be fully healed, right? So why is he getting clapped by OKC and the Spurs? What's the excuse? What more do you need now? Because remember last year, chat, just 7 months ago, during the playoffs, they said, oh, but we didn't have a center. Come on, man, we didn't have a center. Well, they got you a center. You claimed your big toe was injured. Well, you should be healthy now, right? So why can't you guard De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper? Why did we get clapped by OKC? What's the excuse now? Watch them move the goalpost again. What's the excuse, chat? I'm asking. I genuinely am curious. I want to know. What is the excuse? Shout out to Mike298 with the $5 super chat.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
You said back in the day, the playoffs is where players made their name / got their recognition and set themselves apart from the rest of the pack. Folks, Trevor Lane says he's optimistic. My question to you would be, where's the proof of concept to where you would be optimistic? There is none. So how can I take you seriously, right? Like, okay, if he were like, let's just say hypothetically, right? The Lakers got to the conference finals last year, and he says, I have optimism. That would be understandable. That would be understandable. Like, let's say we got to the conference finals or the finals. We lose a 6-7 game series. It comes down to the wire. And he's like, I've got optimism. Well, that would make sense. I would actually agree with him. That there's reasons to be optimistic. Folks, we got clapped in 5 games by a 23-year-old. We got clapped in 5. After everybody predicted going into the series, the Lakers were going to win. We got clapped in 5. And you're telling me you're optimistic. Come on, man. Stop it, man. Stop it, dude. Stop with this clown shit, dude. Real talk. Stop being a clown, man.
I think it can work. And I think we've seen it work with Luka Doncic in the past with Jalen Brunson. We saw it work with Kyrie Irving. Relax. Calm down, Reaves haters out there.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying Austin is on the level of Kyrie or on the level of Brunson or whatever. Austin's been killing it this season. What I'm saying is the role. We've seen the role with Luka before, having another player that can ease the burden as a ball handler and as a scorer out there on the floor with Luka. But if you look at those Mavs teams, they surrounded them with lanky, athletic, defensive players. And that ultimately would be where the Lakers would need to wind up if you're going to.
Folks, I want you guys to listen to how these people make a fool of themselves. So now he's saying that it can work because we've seen it work with Jalen Brunson and with Kyrie Irving. That's literally what he said, right? You guys just heard him say that. Folks, did Jalen Brunson win a championship with Luka Doncic? What about Kyrie Irving? Did Kyrie Irving win a championship with Luka Doncic? Just a simple yes or no. He literally just said out of his mouth, we've seen it work with Jalen Brunson and Kyrie Irving. Did Kyrie win a championship with Luka? And did Jalen Brunson win a championship with Luka? Yes or no? Iron Man. Listen to how dumb this dude is, bro. This dude, I'm going to say it one last time. He literally just said, we've seen it work with Jalen Brunson and Kyrie Irving. And both of those guys are having more success without Luka. Y'all do realize that, right? Kyrie had more success without Luka than he did with Luka. Jalen Brunson is having more success without Luka than he did with Luka. And then he says, oh, well, the Lakers need to build their team like the Mavericks. Notice what he said. He said like the Mavericks did. You want to know why he didn't say like Nico? Because they want to discredit Nico. And they don't actually want to give Nico credit. Let me replay that last segment for you guys again. Listen to the verbiage. Listen to what he's saying.
Hear what I'm not saying? I'm not saying Austin is on the level of Kyrie or on the level of Brunson or whatever. Austin's been killing it this season. What I'm saying is the role. We've seen the role with Luka before, having another player that can ease the burden as a ball handler and as a scorer out there on the floor with Luka. But if you look at those Mavs teams, they surrounded them with lanky, athletic, defensive players. And that ultimately would be where the Lakers would need to wind up.
Folks, you guys just heard him say the Mavericks. He didn't say Nico. He said the Mavericks. So let's really think about this for a second, folks. I want you guys to really just follow me for a second. Nico Harrison joins the Mavericks, and he builds the perfect team around Luka Doncic, right? They get to the finals in 2024, and they lost. The following year, Luka comes back. He's out of shape. He's not dedicated. And Nico Harrison says he wants to trade him. Now he's on the Lakers. Nico Harrison gets fired. And now you have Laker media saying that the Lakers need to build the team around Luka like the Mavericks built the team around Luka. But you want to know what they're missing, folks? What they left out? They left out the fact that the Mavericks didn't win. That's the crazy part. He left that part out. Think about how dumb this is. They're saying, let's build the team around Luka like the Mavericks built the team around Luka. But that Mavericks team didn't win. Why didn't they win? Because of Luka. None of this makes any sense, folks. This is the dumbest trade I've ever seen in my life, bro. The Luka Doncic trade is the worst trade the Lakers ever made. This trade is worse than the Russell Westbrook trade. Y'all said Nico was an idiot for trading Luka. Now you're saying you want to build the team around Luka like Nico built his team around Luka. How does that make any sense? Y'all said he was an idiot for trading him, but now y'all want to copy his blueprint for how to build a team around Luka. But you don't want to copy the fact that he traded Luka. They don't want to copy that part. They don't want to copy that part. They want to copy the good part about Luka. But they don't want to copy the bad part. So they'll copy Nico. They'll say, yeah, Nico, we want to copy you, bro. We want to copy your blueprint, and we want to build a team around Luka in LA like how you built it around Luka in Dallas. But Nico traded him, though. So why don't y'all want to copy that? Oh, because y'all think y'all can make it work with him, right? Y'all think y'all gonna build a better team around Luka than Nico did, right? You think Rob Pelinka's that talented where he can put together a better team around Luka than Nico did, right? You niggas can't be serious. I told y'all weeks ago, Luka will never play on a team better than the 2024 Mavericks. That was the best it's ever going to get for him in his career. That's the best team that's ever going to be constructed around Luka, and he's still lost in 5 games. Now Laker media is saying, yo, let's build our team like the Mavericks did. No, they traded him. They traded him. So you're not going to copy that part. Man, y'all are clowns, man. Listen, if they want to build the team around Luka like Dallas did, then you might as well just fire Rob Pelinka and hire Nico. Then I could take you seriously. Chat, if they fired Rob Pelinka and hired Nico, I'd take him a little bit more seriously. These motherfuckers want to... They talking about, let's build the team around him like the Mavericks did. Well, the Mavericks lost too, and they traded him too. So are you gonna follow that blueprint too? The fuck? These people are insane, man. Like I said, they're trying to spin the trade. They want to spin the trade. They want to spin the whole narrative, but it doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense. Wasn't y'all the same one saying Nico was dumb and he didn't know what he was doing and he's an idiot for trading Luka, but now you want to steal his blueprint? Now you want to build your team like Nico did in Dallas? Huh? I thought y'all said he was dumb for trading the dude. But now you want to copy his blueprint? None of this makes any sense. None of this makes any sense, Trevor. Y'all don't make sense, bro. Y'all don't want to just admit that you messed up by making this deal. That's all this is, folks. They're going to waste years of our time because they don't want to admit that they were wrong for trading for him in the first place. They don't want to admit that they were wrong. So what they're going to do is they're going to waste our time. They're going to talk about bullshit trades for the next 5 months. They're going to talk about Keon Ellis and Herb Jones that we're not going to get. And then the summer's going to come. They're going to be like, oh, well, we're going to go get this guy. And we're going to go get that guy. And it ain't going to matter. You can go get whoever you want. As long as you're building the team around Luka, you're never going to win. You can go get whoever you want. You're not going to win. Nico told you that. That's why he gave him to you, you dummy. Nico gave you Luka for a reason. Exactly, Constellar. You have to do this trade 1,000 out of 1,000. That's what they were saying. No, you got duped. You got screwed. You got scammed. You got scammed by Nico Harrison. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
Congratulations, you played yourself. You got duped by Nico Harrison. Nico Harrison dumped his trash in your yard. You dug through it. You thought you came up on a treasure. No, dude. Chat, you know the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure? Not in this case, folks. One man's trash is another man's trash. Trust me, not in this case. They don't want to just admit that they got duped. They were so desperate for a white savior and a white hope that they didn't think the trade all the way through. They didn't think it through from a basketball perspective. All they thought about was they thought about this trade from a business perspective, but they didn't think about it from a basketball perspective. They didn't think, how is this going to work from a basketball perspective? All they said was, wait, we got our chance to get our hands on a great white hope in Luka Doncic. We got to take the deal. They didn't think about it. So now what Trevor and everybody's trying to do is they're trying to make sense of Luka now being on the Lakers. Now they want to make sense of it. Now they're like, okay, well, how do we build the team? Who do we need to go get? Do we need to go get Keon Ellis? Do we need to go get Herb Jones? No. Your foundation is Luka. And if your foundation is Luka, your house is going to crumble. You got scammed. And instead of y'all just admitting, damn, we got scammed, because that's what I'm doing. I'm just admitting it. I'm just admitting, you know what, bro? It's over. Like, Nico got us. No, they don't want to do that. They want to sit up here and pretend like they got a steal. I told y'all, Luka's the equivalent of a single mother with 2 kids. That's not a prize. That's not a come up, dude. Now, like I said, you know, if you're horny and you need to get one off or whatever, yeah, you'll rock out with a single mother. I've done it. They're cool. You know, they got good pussy. They do. They're a good time. And you know what? The best thing about dealing with single mothers is, folks, you don't have to commit to them. They're not even half the time looking for a commitment. They got their own lives, their own families, their own situations. No, the Lakers wanted to get married to a single mother with 2 kids. And that's Luka Doncic. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. Laker fans, you guys are cucks. You guys are NBA cucks. Alpha fucks, beta bucks. Nico is the alpha in this situation. He had Luka first. He got Luka's best years. Right? You know how they say the chicks, these girls nowadays, they give their best years to the bad boys, to the alphas. That's what they say on the internet, you know. Folks, that's what Nico and the Mavericks were. Nico and the Mavericks were Luka's best years. That's who he gave his best years to. That's who he gave his best to. Right? What you guys got Luka after he had 2 kids. He was just on maternity leave a couple of weeks ago. He had to go back to Slovakia. He just had another baby. Luka is a single baby daddy or a married baby daddy, whatever, with 2 kids. And he's 27, about to be 27. This is not a good investment. See, what you want to do, chat, is you want to get you a Cooper flag, right? You want to get somebody young, 18, young, impressionable. They're willing and ready to learn. And you can mold them and train them up in the right way. The problem is that Dallas, instead of them being a parent to Luka, they tried to be Luka's friend. So what ended up happening is that Luka became a defiant child in Dallas. Nico and the Mavericks realized that, so they said, you know what? We got to just get rid of the kid. We got to send him back to Slovakia, you know? We can't deal with this anymore. He doesn't listen. We can't get through to him anymore. He's like a defiant 17-year-old, you know? They don't listen. So the Mavericks, they had to just get rid of him. And here come the Lakers, you know, trying to dust him off and clean him up and put him in their home. No, dude, I'm sorry. I'm not wifing up no 26-year-old with 2 kids. That's out. Respectfully, that's out. That's not a good investment for me. I'm trying to build my organization. Why would I invest years of my life with Luka? He's a single mother with 2 kids at 27 years old. This doesn't make sense. Y'all talking about we got the next 10 years with Luka. You don't invest in a 27-year-old. You don't do that. Luka's best years are behind him. And instead of y'all just acknowledging that, you guys want to lie to yourselves and act like, oh, we came up, this was a good trade for us, and blah, blah, blah. The only people that are excited about this, if we're really being honest, are the white fans. That's it. And the reason why they're excited is because they finally have, after, 50 long years, they finally have somebody that they can root for. Because for the last 50 years, it's been Magic, Kareem, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, AD. Right? Now they have somebody that actually looks like them. And that's why they like it. But for those of us that are, here for championships. This makes no sense, and it's never going to work. And that's the reality. And the best thing that you could do is to trade Luka at this point. And just bite the bullet and just trade him. Because he's not going to win. He's too flawed of a player. He's too flawed of a player. And when he doesn't get foul calls, when he can't get to the free throw line, he quits. You said Luka doesn't even want to be here. Honestly, he was kidnapped. That's another thing too. I don't think his heart is here either. I think his heart was in Dallas. You said trade Luka for who? Giannis Antetokounmpo, or redo the deal with the Mavericks and go get AD and Max Christie back. And y'all can take him and Maxi Kleber back. Simple. It's that simple. Give us AD and Max back, and y'all can get Luka and Maxi Kleber back. Now, I don't know if Cooper Flagg would like that, because I'm sure Cooper Flagg doesn't want to play with his ball hogging ass. So Cooper Flagg might be pissed off about it. But me personally, folks, I don't want him on my team. And I don't care if LeBron is going to be here or not. I don't want him on the Lakers. That's with or without LeBron. Because you're not going to win either way, with or without LeBron. So, like I said, the Lakers need to trade him. Now, do I think they're going to trade him? No. If I had to put a percentage on it right now, I would say it's, maybe a 1% chance he gets traded at the trade deadline. I think it's about a 1% chance. But I think if he keeps playing like the way he's been playing, I could see it moving up a few percent points. I do. I could see it getting up to some percentage points. And I think as the years go on, as the months go on, folks, I think it's going to get higher and higher. Luka's not going to last 10 years with this franchise. He's not going to last 10 years. He's not. Now, if Jeannie Buss was running the show, I would say it would be possible he could last that long, but he's not going to last this long with Mark Walter. He's not going to last this long. Not with Mark Walter and Magic Johnson in the cut. Nope, it's not going to happen. Magic Johnson already called him out. So once again, y'all can get mad at me. Now, I see we got this clown in the chat. He's talking about the race thing. So let me ask you a question, clown. When Magic Johnson went on Byron Scott's podcast and he called out Luka and Reaves, was he being racist too? Shout out to Armani. Merry Christmas, bro. Folks, let me show you guys what Magic said about Luka. So let me ask you guys a question. I want you guys to listen to this, right? And you guys tell me, is Magic Johnson racist?
It's two things that hurt. It's hurting the league and hurting players, and they don't even know it. They defensive end. And what happens in the playoffs, see, they attack. See, in the regular season, we're going to be okay. In the playoff is where it's going to be different, because now I got to beat you 4 out of 7, right? And now when Byron and I played, Coop, we will all have meetings, right? The guards will watch film together. Then we would watch it as a team, of course. But we would say, okay, Clever, James, they ain't got nobody to guard you. So we coming to you. And so I said, Cap, I'm going to give you the first couple, but then we're going to go to James. Then I would say, B, they don't get back. So I'm going to be pushing that rod, and I'm going to be coming to you, baby. So just be ready. And so, see, we would look at you and break you down where you were weak, and then we would attack you, right? And so that's what the Lakers going to have to deal with once the playoff, because we saw it against Boston. Boston looked up and said, okay, I'm going to put Luka in the pick and roll. Every time.
Yeah.
And then Tatum had him saying, uh-oh, you
One-on-one,
on me?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to just go by past you or pull up for my jump shot because he knew he could just beat him off the dribble. They did the same thing to Austin Reaves. So the two dudes they wanted to attack was Luka and Austin Reaves off the dribble. So Jalen Brown said, oh, my turn. You had a big first half.
Right,
Shut your bitch ass up.
Turn up. And that's how they beat the Lakers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you guys, if you guys think Luka's going to be here 10 years, you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. Not with Magic Johnson in the cut lurking. See, Magic knows the game. And now that the team has been sold to Mark Walter, Magic is going to be in Mark Walter's ear telling him, hey, these guys ain't good enough. We got to get rid of them. These guys ain't good enough. We got to get rid of them. Simple as that. So, like I said, I get the trade from a optics standpoint. I get the trade from a business standpoint. I get it. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I don't get it, right? You guys have been desperate for a white face for 50, 60 years since Jerry West. So I get it. You know, you guys, and I mean, Laker fans, you guys are, a lot of you guys are racist. So you don't like LeBron, right? Because LeBron is obviously pro-black. So, you know, they don't like LeBron. They don't like Rich Paul. You know, they don't like this stuff. And we understand that. But we wish you guys would just be honest about it and quit lying. You know, a lot of this hate that people have for LeBron James, it's rooted in racism. You know, they hate the fact that he's a black billionaire. They hate the fact he's the first active, you know, billionaire to play in the NBA. They hate the fact he's got a black wife and a black family. They hate the fact his agent is black. They hate the fact he put all his boys on. They hate all of this stuff. But instead of them just admitting that they don't like us, what they do is they hide it behind, you know, basketball. When in reality, they just don't like us because we're the opposite of Kobe Bryant. You know, Kobe, more of a sellout. You know, Kobe's agent is white, the white boy, Rob Pelinka. LeBron's agent, the black guy, Rich Paul. Who do you guys think they're going to like more? Rob Pelinka or Rich Paul? Who do you guys think they're going to like more? Luka Doncic or LeBron James? It's a white versus black thing that's going on. And what Rob Pelinka and the Lakers are trying to do is they're trying to get rid of all the black players and everybody that's associated with Clutch Sports. It's clear as day. That's what's going on. All of the players that the Lakers signed over the summer, they all have white agents. I think Bill Duffy or whatever the dude's name is. Bill Duffy. Something like that. Folks, this is what's going on. They don't like us having all this power. They actually can't stand it. And I don't necessarily like fault them for being upset. Right? Like imagine you're Rob Pelinka and you got, you know, LeBron like dominating you for years and years and years. At some point you're going to build up resentment for him. And that's what's happening here. You know, they're resentful of the power that LeBron and his people yield. They don't like it. That's why they're always complaining, oh, he came to our team and took our team over. They hate seeing us have power. They want to see us as less than. They don't want to see us over them. They don't want to see that at all. Shout out to Mac with the Vortex with the $10 super chat.
Fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
But that's what's going on here, folks. Right now, they're trying to cleanse the Lakers of anything that has to do with LeBron James and Clutch Sports. They do not like Rich Paul. You guys saw when Rich Paul did a podcast with Max Kellerman. I saw that clown Dreamers Pro. He over there talking about, Rich Paul said something about Reaves and he's in a contract year. I was like, dude, that was actually Max Kellerman who brought it up. Max Kellerman was the one that said Reaves should go to the bench. That was Max Kellerman, the white guy. No, they talking about Rich Paul said it. This is what they do. They'll find any way to hate on us. That's it. They'll find any way to hate on us. Even when we're telling the truth, even when we're trying to help y'all niggas out. We came to the Lakers to help y'all niggas out. Y'all were the ones at the bottom of the conference. I saw a clip today. Let me show y'all this clip I saw today. I saw a clip today from what's that boxing nigga's name? What's his name? Terrence something. Yeah, Terrence Crawford. So I saw a clip from this goofy nigga today. Let me show you guys this clip. I couldn't believe this when I saw it. So this was the clip I saw today. Lakers don't need LeBron, Terrence Crawford. Let me show you guys this clip. Give me 1 second.
You a Laker fan?
Yes.
You a Laker fan or you a LeBron fan?
I'm a Laker fan. I ain't even want LeBron to be on the Lakers.
What?
Yeah.
But we gonna fall out, man.
They can fall out. Why would I want LeBron on the Lakers when we was competing against LeBron?
Y'all hadn't been competing in a long time. Y'all ain't won no championships 2009 and 2010.
And we won against the who? Get your hand.
Let me ask you a question. You remember? You remember when you beat Miami? Who was on the team when they beat Miami in the bubble?
It don't matter. LeBron was with us.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is when LeBron played for Cleveland and all that, we was competing against them.
Yeah, we competing.
That's what I'm saying. So I didn't want LeBron on the Lakers.
No, you didn't want LeBron and Kobe?
I wanted Kobe.
Man, can you just imagine LeBron and Kobe?
Yeah, but that was imaginary.
But see, now, just think about what the Lakers would be if they didn't have LeBron.
Yeah, we'll have somebody else.
No, well, yeah. You remember what you had when Kobe retired?
We'll have somebody else.
Nothing.
We'll have somebody else.
No, you didn't.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, right? They just don't like us. You know? You guys see how the Kobe fans are. Like, I told you guys, they don't like us because we dominated them. I literally just told you guys that. The same reason Rob Pelinka don't like us. He's Kobe's boy. We came to the Lakers, took it over. Rich Paul, LeBron telling him what to do, dominating him. Yo, do this, man. Come on, man. Trade for this guy. Trade for that guy. Then he start rebelling. He start getting mad. He's like, no, I'm not going to trade for Kyrie. I'm not giving up Reaves and Max Christie. I'm not trading for Kyrie. I'm not giving you Ty Lue. They started rebelling. They started resenting the fact that we had all that power and we were telling them what to do. Then they started rebelling against us. Why? Because we were dominating them. Same thing with Kobe. Why don't Kobe fans like LeBron? Same thing. We dominated Kobe. They don't like us. LeBron was putting belt to ass. LeBron was putting belt to ass. I remember those matchups with Kobe and LeBron back in the day. LeBron was putting, a young LeBron too, was putting belt to ass. So they don't like us. They didn't forget those matchups. They don't like us. I get it. I do. I get it, man. You know, I would hate to be getting dominant. I mean, LeBron was what, 16-6 versus Kobe. Like, if I was a Kobe fan, I'm gonna be honest, I probably wouldn't like LeBron either. Like, goddamn, this nigga come over here every goddamn year clapping us up. Every goddamn time this nigga come to town, he clapping us up, man. So I get it. I get it. Y'all don't like LeBron. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. If I were you guys, I wouldn't like LeBron either. I wouldn't. Like, yo, fuck this nigga LeBron, man. Every time we play this nigga come over here and always beating us. This nigga Kobe was 16-6 versus LeBron. With better numbers across the board. LeBron dominates you niggas. LeBron doesn't just win, he dominates you. LeBron dominated Kobe. That's insane. So that's why they don't like LeBron, man. They'll never admit it, but that's the real reason why, folks. It is what it is. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. 16-6, I guess. That's all there is to say. But I mean, once again, you guys see it on YouTube every day. Right? You guys see Scap Attack. You guys see Dreamers Pro. These are all pro Kobe fans. And they spend all their days hating on LeBron. It's like, why? Right? We don't spend all of our time hating on Kobe. They spend all their days hating on LeBron. Why? Because LeBron is better than Kobe. And the only way they cope is by making LeBron hit pieces.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
That's how they cope. You said appreciate your take. Been a Laker fan for decades, and I know Bron is the absolute best. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to sit up here and act like it's everybody within Laker Nation, because there are some objective Laker fans out there. I know that. But a majority of them, you know, they're really Kobe fans, cosplaying as Laker fans, and they don't like LeBron because, once again, LeBron just dominated Kobe. I mean, we all saw it. We all saw it. Kobe he just couldn't compete with LeBron James. He just couldn't. It wasn't close. It was 16-6, right? That's what, 22 matchups? So if it was close, it would be like 11-11, you know, 10-12, you know, 9-13 or something. You know, that's a little bit closer. Folks, it was 16-6. It wasn't close. It was absolute and utter domination with better numbers across the board. So they just don't like LeBron, man. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. You guys notice this is why we don't even like really do the whole like debate thing anymore. Like the whole Kobe versus LeBron, who was better. Like there was a point in time where we used to kind of do that stuff, and after a while it's just like, bro, what are we even talking about? Like LeBron clears. Like why am I even having this debate? Like I'm not about to keep having this debate, gang. It's not a debate. It's just not. At this point, it's just about who you like more. Like, if you like Kobe more, then okay, then just say that. But to sit up here and act like it's a debate between Kobe and LeBron, it's not a debate, man. It's not a debate. So, we had to stop doing them, man. You know, they were fun while they lasted, but after a while, it was just like I was talking to a brick wall with some of these Kobe fans. It's like they're not all the way mentally there, you know? They're not all the way mentally there. Like I said, I get it if you're just a Kobe kind of guy, you know? If you're like, I like the people that are like, you know what? Even though I'm a Kobe fan, I know LeBron is better. I like those people. But I don't like the people that's like, Kobe's better. Like, okay, whatever. I'm not even going to entertain that dumb shit. We got Sekou. You said the debate ended in 2013. Yeah, it ended a while ago, man. We entertained it, you know, for the sake of content and all that stuff, but it ended a long time ago. You said LeBron hasn't had any real injuries. Well, yeah, he's the greatest athlete of all time. I mean, that's without question. You know, to me, there's not even like to me, if we're talking greatest athlete of all time, it's LeBron, and then it's like maybe like a distant second would be like, I don't know, Wilt or somebody, I don't know. Mike, somebody, I don't know. But they would be like a distant second. But LeBron is the greatest athlete of all time. It's not even really close. Whoever you want to put in there, you know, Muhammad Ali, whoever, a soccer player, a football player, whoever, it's not close. It's not close. We've never seen an athlete have this level of sustained dominance for this long. Like I said, I've been watching this man since 2002. That was the first time I ever heard of LeBron James. 2002. It's about to be 2026 in a week. Do you guys understand how insane that is? And we're still talking about this man. He's just as relevant today as he was 23 years ago. That's insane, bro. Like I said, the first time I saw LeBron was the Jordan Brand Classic game, 2002. That was the first time I saw LeBron James. And see, back in those times, right, there was no social media. There was no TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, MySpace, none of that. None of that existed. It was really through word of mouth. That's how word spread. That's how things got around. You know, TV, radio, right? This is how you heard about people back in those days. The newspaper. This is how you heard about people. So back in those days, like I remember going into the store and he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I remember that as a kid. I remember picking up the magazine like, damn, this is LeBron James. See, in today's day and age, these little niggas, they manufacture their own clout. Right? Like think about like the Ball family. The Ball family, LeVar Ball, and I got to give him his credit because he's a master marketer and a master, you know, manipulator. But nobody knew who they were. At least I didn't. I didn't know who the Ball family was until LeVar Ball went on First Take and was talking about his damn kids. I was like, who is LeVar Ball and these sons he got? See, back in those days, your daddy couldn't talk for you. Your game had to do the talking. Your daddy couldn't just go up on TV and yell about how good you were. No, that didn't exist back in those days. You had to legitimately be good. There were no highlights on YouTube. We didn't care about your highlights. You know, y'all be hiring your own cameraman now. Y'all post your own highlights. You post your own clips and all. No. Nobody had to post. LeBron didn't have to post himself. Niggas posted for him. You feel me? Like it's just a different time. LeBron's the first athlete where I've seen niggas literally make a career off of hating on him. I've never seen that before. I've never seen niggas literally make careers off of hating on LeBron James. I mean, you literally have like niggas like Dreamers Pro. Like this nigga literally wakes up every day, goes on Google, figures out like what company wrote an article about LeBron and he gonna talk about it. That's what he does every day. Scap Attack, same thing. Skip Bayless, same thing. They're all following the Skip Bayless blueprint. Wake up, negatively discuss LeBron James, go to sleep. I've never seen that before. Niggas wake up to hate on LeBron James. And y'all want me to believe there's somebody better? Like I said, I love Mike. I got his shoes. I love the Jordan. I think the Jordan sneaker is the best shoe of all time. I do. I love Jordan. There's nothing like putting on a pair of Jordans, folks. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like putting on a fresh pair of J's, man. But unfortunately, I'm sorry. LeBron James is the greatest of all time. Yo, I was in the barber shop getting a cut like last year, right? So I'm this is like my first time going to this barber. It was out in Phoenix. So I'm out in Phoenix getting a cut. The barber, he's like, asking me what I do, and I tell him I do YouTube, blah, 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 right? So then he's like, what you talk about? I'm like, we talk about the Lakers, blah, blah, blah. So he then starts asking me like, are you a Kobe fan? You a LeBron fan? I'm like, I'm a LeBron fan. And I could feel his energy just kind of like shift, you know what I mean? And then eventually he comes out saying, he's a Kobe, Jordan guy. So we get to arguing about, who the GOAT is and blah, blah, blah. And I had some J's on. I had J's on. He was like, how you saying LeBron is the best and you got Jordans on? I'm like, listen, dude, I never said I was a Jordan hater. I like Jordan. That's only y'all that play that game. That's only Kobe and Jordan fans that play that game of like, because I like Kobe, I can't like LeBron. That's y'all. LeBron fans don't do that. I'm a LeBron guy, and I will gladly rock a pair of Jordans. I don't hate Michael Jordan. There's no reason to hate Jordan. Jordan is one of the GOATs. And prior to LeBron, he was the GOAT. But LeBron has overtaken him as the GOAT. So yeah, he was like, how are you wearing Jordans and you're a LeBron fan? I'm like, bro, that should tell you off the bat that I'm objective, number one. The fact that I can wear Jordans and still tell you LeBron is better than him, that lets you know I'm objective. That lets you know I'm objective. I will literally sit with some J's on my feet and tell you LeBron is better than him. That's how you know I'm not a hater. That's how you know I'm being objective. That's objective. That's my objective opinion. LeBron James is better. It is what it is. I've seen I didn't watch Jordan live, but I've seen the highlights. It's days where sometimes I'll even go back late at night and watch some of his games. I think Jordan was cold. Don't get me wrong, Jordan was cold. But I'm sorry. He was not LeBron James. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know what my eyes tell me, and I'm sorry. I've just never seen a player better than LeBron James. It is what it is. Like I said, I was watching LeBron's high school highlights. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. LeBron is the GOAT. It is what it is. It is what it is. And what makes him the GOAT is his body, pause, like his body and his physical ability. It's better than any player I've ever seen. It's better than any player I've ever seen. There's never been a player that's been this quick, this strong, this fast, this athletic, this good of a handle, still has the swag, like still has the aura. We've just never seen it. Like I said, Jordan was good, but you weren't as big as LeBron, respectfully. You just wasn't. Kobe was good. I'm not taking nothing from Kobe. He just physically wasn't on LeBron's level. And LeBron proved that when they played each other. LeBron would dominate him. He couldn't do nothing with him. He was just too big, too fast, too strong. This is why they hate him. Because they're like, fuck, we can't do nothing with him. He's just too good. He's just too damn good. And that's the reality. I'm talking about, I used to get in arguments. I used to get in arguments with the homie back in high school. Like, we used to be arguing. This is like 2009, 2010. We used to be arguing, like, because I was always a LeBron guy. He was a Kobe guy. And I would be like, bro, LeBron is better than that nigga, bro. And LeBron didn't have no ring at that point. He had nothing. He might have had maybe 1 or 2 MVPs. I'm like, bro, LeBron is better than Kobe. Like, I just went off the eye test. I watched the games. I'm just like, bro, no. Like, LeBron is just, no. That's why when y'all be trying to compare niggas to LeBron, it's almost disrespectful, honestly. When y'all be trying to say, oh, Luka's like a LeBron, get the fuck out of here. Luka's nothing like LeBron. Like, actually. Like, literally nothing like LeBron. Like, I don't see anything in his game that really even resembles a LeBron. In all honesty. Even the way they pass. The way they pass is different. You know, LeBron is more of like a Magic Johnson type of a passer. You know, he's more like a flashy passer. You know what I mean? Even his assists are better. His rebounds are just stronger. The way he's able to jump up and grab it and slam the ball with both hands. It's just different. The way they score is different. The way they attack the basket is different. There's just really nothing similar about their game. And where I think people make the comparison is when they look at the box score. And they see, oh, Luka gets rebounds, he gets assists, he gets points, so they think he's like LeBron. He's nothing like LeBron. Nothing like LeBron. At all. I was listening to the Mayonnaise Media earlier today. They're like, yeah, I don't like how people, you know, are pitting LeBron and Luka against each other. You know, those people are ruining sports talk. No, we just don't like Luka. That's it. And we're not obligated to like Luka. You know, like, we can like who we like, and we can not like who we don't like. You know, just like how people don't like LeBron and they hate on him all day. Like, we're allowed to not like Luka, you know? And what has Luka done anyway to where we would like him? You know, at least with LeBron, he has like certain accolades and accomplishments that, you know, you can't really hate on him for. Luka ain't done nothing. You said nothing like Bron. Luka stays getting cooked and flopping. You said Bron should have 7 or 8 rings. You said Luka can score. Luka draws the double team. That's it. LeBron is way more athletic. You said Luka and AR really don't want to play with the overrated 40-year-old. Only a goofy would care about what Luka and AR want to do. Only a goofy would care about that. Like, what real nigga would care about what Luka and AR want to do? I mean, you'd have to be a goofy to even care about some stuff like that. Like, who are Luka and AR to care? Who are they to, like, dictate anything? What cachet do they have? What have they done in the NBA? Like, nobody cares about Luka and AR and what they want to do. Nobody gives a fuck about that. You think I'm going to watch tomorrow's game for Luka and Austin Reaves? I'm watching for my GOAT. That's it. Once my GOAT is off this team, I won't even talk about these bums anymore. It's a waste of time. Once my GOAT is done, I think my GOAT's going to play a few more years because obviously he's building a mega mansion in LA. So I think he's going to play a few more years, you know, stack up some more, you know, $50 million, you know, checks, and then he's going to get up out of there. But yeah, I hope he does leave. And then that way next season we don't ever have to talk about this team ever again because I don't really care. I only care because my GOAT is here. This man said LeBron got bigger balls than Jordan. Pause. That's insane, bro. You said Jordan had a better peak. That's it. Jordan didn't have the longevity as Bron. I think Jordan's... I don't know why that's even a conversation, honestly. I don't know, like, who created that. Like, a peak. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what does that mean? He had a better peak. I mean, I don't get that, me personally. Because when you look at Jordan's era that he won in, there was no competition. So to say he had a better peak than LeBron when LeBron was going against Hall of Fame top 15 players, I can't agree with that. I just can't. You said accolades. Once again, if you put LeBron in that watered down ass 90s, LeBron would have done the same thing. Like, I can't give Jordan all that credit when, number one, you always had the better team. Like, to me, what really made LeBron the GOAT, see, what y'all do is y'all look at, like, the same things that everybody else looks at. I don't look at it, like, the same way everybody else does. Right? Like, y'all get y'all narratives from Skip Bayless. I don't look at the game like that. Right? Like, I don't listen to a dirty geezer for basketball takes. I watch the game and I form my own opinions and my own thoughts. So for me personally, what made LeBron the GOAT to me was when they came back from 3-1 against Golden State. Because that's something that we've never seen before, right? We've never seen a player that's in, like, you know, the GOAT conversation. We've never seen a player beat a team against all odds. We've never seen that. That to me single-handedly is what made LeBron the GOAT. For you to come back 3-1 against Golden State, who was 73-9. That's the greatest regular season team in NBA history. No team had ever come back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals. So for you to come back 3-1 and you beat the greatest team of all time, and you weren't even supposed to do that, you were the underdog in that series. Jordan never won as an underdog. Kobe never won as an underdog. So that right there alone puts him above those two guys for me personally. See, what y'all do is y'all give credit to Kobe and Jordan for winning when they had the better team. I don't give you credit for that. I give you credit, but I'm not going to give you as much credit for it. And I'm damn sure not going to give you more credit than a guy who was able to beat a team when he wasn't supposed to. See, when Jordan wasn't supposed to beat teams, he never beat them. He would always lose. He didn't start winning until he had the advantage. That's why LeBron is the GOAT to me. Because LeBron can win even when y'all have the advantage. That's a whole different level. That's a whole different level of greatness. Can you get the job done when literally nobody thinks you can? That's a different level of greatness. We got Alan Code. Shout out to Alan Code with the $5 super chat.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
He says, outside of Phil Jackson, Kobe had a Tracy McGrady career. Yeah, like I said, Kobe was great. Kobe was great. You know, I'm not going to take nothing away from him. You know, he's in my top 5 from players that I've seen. But I just can't put him over LeBron. I just couldn't do that. I know what my eyes told me. My eyes just told me he was just, you know, LeBron was just a better player. You said because you have the best record don't make you the greatest team ever. 2001 Lakers lost one playoff game versus Thought ops. Stop the cap fanboy. I mean, yeah, the 2001 Lakers were a great team. Nobody's saying they weren't great. They were a great team. They just didn't go 72-10 or 73-9. It is what it is. Matter of fact, I'm trying to think. Didn't Golden State in like 2018? Didn't they go like 15-1 or something like that? Let me see. Hold on. 2018 Warriors playoff record. Okay, no, they went 16-5. Okay. Yeah, oh no, 20, what was it? 26 and yeah, it was 2017. Okay, so it was 2017. Oh yeah, it was 2017. Yeah, it was 2017. So, what's your point? What's your point? What's your point, fanboy? The truth of the matter is, dude, is that as great as the Shaq and Kobe Lakers were, and they were a great team, the Warriors were better. The Warriors were better. And they were basically unbeatable once they added Kevin Durant. That's what it takes. And that's another thing, too, why I have LeBron as the GOAT. Because look at what it took to beat him. Look at what it took to beat him. That's another reason why I have LeBron the GOAT. Like I said, y'all get y'all narratives from Skip Bayless, and that's fine. But me personally, when a 73-9 team has to add Kevin Durant just to beat LeBron, that right there lets me know that LeBron James is the greatest player to ever step foot on a basketball court. That's what it takes to beat LeBron. The best team in NBA history adding Kevin Durant. If that's what it takes to beat LeBron, I'm sorry. I don't care about your finals record. I don't care about any of that. I'm sorry. LeBron is the GOAT. You said, yeah, right. Who on the Warriors could guard Shaq? Yeah, I don't know if you understand like how math works, but Golden State, they shoot threes, dude. Shaq is in the paint dunking and stuff. So I don't know if you understand that like threes are worth more than twos. I don't know if you get that concept. But threes are worth more than twos, dude. So as dominant as Shaq was, and he was very dominant, they're not beating Golden State. They're just not. You have two MVPs in their prime on one team. I don't know if we've ever seen that before in NBA history. Have we ever seen that before, folks? Two MVPs in their prime on one team? Steph Curry and Kevin Durant? I don't know if we've ever seen that. I don't know if we've ever seen that. So, like I said, 15-1 Lakers were cool, but yeah, no. Sorry. You said how many defensive player of the year, scoring titles, LeBron is the stat GOAT, MJ was feared on both ends of the court in an era where you could actually touch players. Yeah, players feared MJ because obviously MJ was a great player. Nobody's denying MJ's greatness. Right? Now, we all know defensive player of the years. I mean, you act like Jordan has 5 of those. He's got 1. And we all know LeBron should have won defensive player of the year in 2013. but they robbed him and gave it to Marc Gasol because they don't want him to catch Jordan. Obviously. So the defensive player of the year argument is goofy. We all know LeBron should have won it in 2013. Your scoring title argument is goofy because LeBron is the greatest scorer of all time. So that's a goofy argument. So your whole premise is just goofy. You're just a goofball. Shout out to the Tethernator with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, I fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
You said no one in the history of sports had more pressure to be great than LeBron coming out of high school and lived up to the hype like he did. Exactly. Sekou said plus 2 more Hall of Famers. Exactly. I forgot. You still got Clay and you still got Draymond. So this is what it takes to beat LeBron. It takes 2 MVPs in their prime, Steph and KD. It takes another 2 more Hall of Famers who are also a top 5 shooter of all time in Klay Thompson and one of the best defenders of his generation, arguably the best defender of his generation, Draymond Green, who's won a Defensive Player of the Year award. That's what it takes to beat LeBron James. Plus a Hall of Fame coach in Steve Kerr. That's what it takes to beat LeBron James. LeBron's the GOAT. You can miss me with your Skip Bayless talking points. I don't care. I don't care about your Skip Bayless talking points. I'm sorry. LeBron is the GOAT. You said a casual with the platform? Okay. Well, the link is in the chat, dude. I mean, call into the show, bro. Tell us. You know, like I said, I don't really personally care to have the debate with you because you're not going to change my mind. LeBron is the GOAT, and it is what it is. But if you want to come on the show and, you know, tell us everything you heard from Undisputed from Skip Bayless, the phone lines are open, dude. Go ahead. Call into the show. You know, regurgitate all the talking points you heard from Skip Bayless. Let's hear it. You know, we haven't heard it in a while. You know, Skip Bayless doesn't talk basketball these days. He's in Gil's basement talking football. He's been demoted to Gil's basement. So the link is in the chat, dude. The show, you know, like I said, we're open for business, dude. You know, it's kind of late to cook somebody up, but if that's what I got to do, that's just what I got to do. It is what it is. Oh, now you don't watch Skip Bayless. Okay. All right, clown. Like I said, the link is in the chat, pussy. Tap the link or just go to sleep, dude. You said every player on the Lakers three-peat could play defense. Horry, Fox, Fisher, Shaw, Lou, Kobe, Harper. Okay, that's great. You're still not beating Golden State, but okay. That's fine. Hey, Squeezy, I don't know who these dudes, you know, think they're talking to, man. I don't know. He said, good old Jordan fan talking points. Yeah, they say the same things, man. I already know what they're going to say. You know, 6-0, you know, never lost in the finals. It's all the same Skip Bayless bullshit, you know, scoring titles, all that dumb shit. It's funny how niggas will bring up scoring titles, but they can't even tell you, like, the last 5 scoring titles off the top of their head. I guarantee you, all these niggas that mention scoring titles with Jordan, if I said, yo, name the last 5 scoring title winners right now off the top of your head, no Google, no Chat GPT, name the last 5 niggas to win the scoring title, I swear to God, none of these niggas could tell you. But they want to use that as their argument for Jordan. Nobody gives a fuck about who wins the scoring title, gang. Like, actually, nobody cares about that, bro. That's a Jordan argument. Like, Skip Bayless created that. Nobody actually cares who wins the scoring title. Like, that's never mattered. That's never mattered, honestly. You said 6-0 when Scottie Pippen is also 6-0. They don't want to say that, though. Yeah, I don't get why they, you know, just disrespect Scottie Pippen so much. Also Phil Jackson. You know, also Jerry Krause. You know, all those guys are 6-0. All those guys are 6-0. So, you know, they act like Jordan did it by himself, you know. Scottie Pippen is 3-time first-team All-NBA in a row. LeBron never had a teammate that was first-team All-NBA 3 times in a row. But they don't mention that. Because why? They have to discredit Scottie Pippen. No Pip, no chip. No Pip, no chip. You said the Scottie Pippen argument for Jordan is weak. Oh, they drafted another good player. Their job. Okay. Whoop-de-doo, dude. You're boring me, my guy.
Head up. Chin up. Fuck that, nigga. If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop-de-doo. We go to prison, nigga. Clubhouse. If we beat these folks, whoop-de-doo. We beat them.
You're boring me, clown. I thought you had an argument for your daddy, Jordan. I guess not. You said LeBron isn't even the best player in his generation. It's a toss-up between him and Steph. Yeah. I think it's just time for you to go to bed, dude. You need some sleep, dude. Just go to sleep. Seriously, just go to sleep. Let's just go ahead and call it a night, dude. Yeah. We've hit that point of the show, folks, where now people are just starting to lose their mind. Niggas are starting to lose their mind now, chat. This man said it's a toss-up between him and Steph Curry. Boy, you have to be a goofy. You'd have to be a goofy. It's a toss-up? Are you sure? That's too easy. This is not even an argument. A toss-up? Are you sure? I'm not even gonna entertain that dumb shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna entertain it. Yeah. There's nothing to entertain, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're right. You're right, dude. It's a toss-up. You're right. You're right. It's a toss-up. Yeah. No, Chad. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're right. Toss-up. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, go to sleep, dude. Let's go ahead and call it a night, bro. Let me guess. You listen to Dreamers Pro.
LeBron fans.
Of all of the people that we talk about, LeBron fans are the only ones that even message me and contact me on Instagram. One recently sent me a death threat, talking about you can't come to LA. LeBron fans.
I gave it all for fantasy.
All of the people that we talk about, LeBron fans are the only ones that even message me and contact me on Instagram.
If I go to
One
night,
recently
I
sent me a
got
death
to
threat, talking about you can't come to LA.
I just pray they don't
LeBron
forget my
fans.
name.
Ticket TV, he calls LeBron James fans jockstrap sniffers.
Girl, I wish I could save
So this is for you
you.
guys. If you're watching, shout out to all the LeBron James jockstrap sniffers. This is for you.
That girl took me for
Ticket TV, he
Spider-Man.
calls LeBron James fans jockstrap sniffers.
Superman.
So this is for you guys. If you're watching, shout out to all the LeBron James jockstrap sniffers. This is for you.
Yeah, like I said, dude, I don't know who you are, bro, but I don't know if this is going to be the channel for you, dude. I don't know if you're all the way mentally there. I think you might just want to go ahead and unsubscribe, dude. I don't think this is going to be a space where you're going to be comfortable at. You know what I mean? This clown said LeBron isn't even the best player. Niggas is laughing at you, B. LeBron isn't even the best player in his generation. Really, dude? This clown said it's a toss-up between him and Steph. Don't ever in your life, dude. Hold on. Is this the Steph Curry? Hold on. Hold on. Is this the Steph Curry you're talking about? Hold on, chat. Is this the Steph Curry he's talking about?
To have more compassion and more understanding.
Something that really bothers me and like honestly has given me a sense of a little bit of an insecurity is the fact that, yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero, this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then, like, I begin to internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with me?
You're not looking.
What?
You're not
Like,
looking. You're not even. But I'm gonna tell you something else.
I gave it all for fantasy.
Because I dealt with that
Is
for years too.
anybody
Like, and I was young.
gonna if I go tonight, I doubt the world will change. I just pray they don't forget my name.
like, someone's looking.
But when you get dangerous, right? You're beautiful. Don't ever think for 1 minute that it ain't no
Shut
men
your
out
bitch
there
ass
looking
up.
at you like I wish. Honestly. And I'm gonna tell you who knows that more than anybody.
And on, I want to ask a question.
Chat, is that the Steph Chat, is that the Steph Curry he said is better than my GOAT? Negro, please. Negro, please. That's insane. That is literally insane. This clown said Steph Curry is better than my GOAT. Okay. Sure he is. You mean the nigga that don't even got his bitch in check? He's better than my GOAT? Yeah. Savannah would never, nigga. Respectfully. Savannah would never. So, like I said, dude, there's no comparison, bro. Okay? Just stop. Like, that's just a sad comparison. Honestly. Like, Steph Curry is like LeBron's, like, little brother. You know? Like, I'm old enough to remember LeBron going to Steph Curry's games when Steph Curry was in college. You know? Some of you guys don't even remember that. Some of you guys honestly don't even remember this. LeBron used to go to the little nigga's games when he was in college. You know, we used to go root the little nigga on, you know, like a proud father. You know what I mean? Steph Curry's like our little brother, you know? He's like our son. That's little bro. You know what I mean? Steph Curry's little bro to us. You know, we like him. You know what I mean? We like him. He's a cool little light-skinned nigga, but no. To say that he's on LeBron level, no. That's just never gonna happen. Sorry, dude. I don't know what Scap Attack told you, but yeah, no. I don't know what I don't know what you heard from Dreamers Pro or whatever, wherever you get your takes from. I don't know, but you need to stop listening to those dudes, man. They're leading you down a path of basketball stupidity. They're leading you down a path of basketball stupidity. And I wish that I could save you.
Girl, I wish I could save you, but I can't.
But I don't think I can.
That girl took me for Spider-Man.
Shut your bitch ass up!
This clown said. I can't believe a clown really said that. That's funny, man. This dude said, but you listen to Nick Wright, though. Laughing my ass off. I don't listen to Nick Wright, dude. Nick Wright's a fucking goofy. I don't listen to Nick Wright. Nick Wright is a clown, man. I realized that a long time ago. Nick Wright is a clown. Nick Wright don't know what he's talking about. Just because you're a LeBron fan don't mean you know basketball. So, yeah, I don't pay attention to Nick Wright. Sorry. Nick Wright's a goofy. So is Shannon Sharp. All the LeBron fans in the mainstream media, they're all goofies. I don't listen to them. Shannon Sharp, you know, he be up here trying to talk basketball. Shannon Sharp don't know what the hell he's talking about. You said your takes are just like Nick's. Stop the cap. I mean, listen, just because we might agree on certain things doesn't mean that, you know, I like Nick Wright. I don't like Nick Wright like that. He's goofy. Like I said, it doesn't take anything to be a LeBron fan, you know? Arguing on behalf of LeBron James, honestly, is fairly easy. Right? Like, you're not smart because, like, you argue on behalf of LeBron James. Like, that's fairly easy. Like, he's, like, number one in how many stats? Like, he's the greatest player of all time. Like, debating for LeBron is fairly simple. You know? You got that clown over there on FYF, Johnny, you know, he calls his channel GOAT James Kingdom. He thinks because he's a LeBron fan, he's smart. It's like, bro, being a LeBron fan is like, that's like being a Jordan fan. It's fairly easy, you know? Like, it doesn't take much, like, knowledge to be a LeBron or a Jordan fan, you know? It doesn't take much knowledge to be a fan of the greatest player to ever play this fucking sport. You know, that's fairly simple to do. That takes no knowledge whatsoever. It's pretty simple. Okay, shout out to the Tethernator with the $2 super chat.
Fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy.
LeBron fans.
He said they had to form a dream team to beat one man. Exactly. You said the stats are only used to cover up the losing. Let's be honest. Well, once again, the losing needs context. You know? The losing needs context. You can't just say, oh, he lost, and then you don't, like, break down the whole story. Like, that's insane, you know? And my thing is, the whole losing argument in the finals, like the whole 4-6 argument, once again, that's a goofy talking point that Skip Bayless used, that you guys ran with. Up until Skip Bayless, I never really heard anybody talking about a finals record. That was never the conversation. Until Skip Bayless, like, became a prominent member of the media. It was always about how many championships you won. Nobody cared about if you lost or not. You know, nobody was like, oh, but Kobe's 5-2. You know, oh, Shaq's 4-2. Like, nobody ever brought that up. You know, that wasn't how we rank guys. We never said, like, oh, well, Kobe's better because he's 5-2, or, you know, Duncan's better because he's 5-1. Like, that's never how we rank guys. Y'all just recently started using that argument to fit your narrative, which is fine. You know? But to me, how are you going to use that argument and then not use it in the reverse? Right? So if you're going to blame LeBron for losing in the finals, how are you not then going to blame Jordan for losing in the first round? How are you then not going to blame Kobe for losing a 3-1 lead in the first round? It doesn't make sense. The argument doesn't make sense. The argument itself does not make sense. So we're going to hold LeBron accountable for getting to the finals and losing, but we're not going to hold Jordan accountable for not getting to the finals and losing in the first round. How does that make sense? So we're going to hold LeBron accountable for losing in the finals, but we're not going to hold Kobe accountable for losing in the first round. losing a 3-1 lead in the first round, we're not going to hold him accountable for that? It don't make sense. But once again, these are talking points that you got from a dirty geezer named Skip Bayless who never did anything in life except talk about LeBron and Jordan. That's it. That's why you got to be very careful who you listen to. You know, you start listening to a clown too much and you start regurgitating clown talking points that don't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I'm fine if you want to hold LeBron accountable for losing in the finals. I'm fine with that. But that means you also need to hold Jordan accountable for losing in the first round. Jordan doesn't get credit because he lost in the first round, and then LeBron is going to get held accountable for losing in the finals. No, that doesn't even make any sense. But that's what y'all do. Y'all give Jordan credit for losing in the first round. It's like he got credit for that, you know? But meanwhile, LeBron got to the finals, right? He went through the first round, the second round, the third round, and then he got to the finals, and then y'all like, oh, but he lost. Like, that don't even make sense, bro. It's just a stupid talking point. And y'all have just been regurgitating it for so many damn years that you think you sound smart when you say it. That's like the lowest level of like the whole debate. When you start mentioning stuff like that, it's like, oh yeah, you're just like a complete casual. I know when niggas go to the 4-6 argument, they have nothing else to say. Like they're cooked and they're just like bringing up things like from other people to like sound smart. But in reality, they don't even really know. Like most LeBron haters don't even really have like their own talking points. Like niggas will literally come to my channel and regurgitate a talking point that they heard from somebody else. They don't even have their own talking point. So it's like, how can I really take you seriously when all you do is just say the same thing you heard from somebody else? You don't even think for yourself. You don't even use critical thinking skills. So I can't really take you seriously. How you gonna come to my channel sounding like Skip Bayless? I don't get that. I didn't. If I would have listened to Skip Bayless, I would have thought Jordan was the GOAT. I don't listen to Skip Bayless for basketball knowledge. Who the hell is Skip Bayless? Who the hell is Shannon Sharp? Who the hell is Nick Wright? Like, I don't listen to these clowns. Who are they? They watch the game just like the rest of us. Their opinion is just as good as yours. I form my own opinion based on what I see. And I know what my eyes told me. I've never seen a player like LeBron. And like I said, I've seen the Jordan highlights. I'm sorry. I've just never seen a player like LeBron. It is what it is. Just never seen it. Go back and look at LeBron highlights in high school. Go and look at LeBron highlights in high school. Like, it was insane. You said, okay, well, if you're going to say that, what was the East like when MJ played compared to LeBron? MJ was getting smacked by Bird at the start of his career. The Pistons, actual powerhouses. Once again, it's how I know you don't know basketball. It's how I know you don't know basketball. Because LeBron literally had to deal with those exact same teams. You dummy. I'm done with you, dude. You don't know basketball. You just exposed yourself. Chat, he literally just exposed himself. He literally just exposed himself. He said MJ was getting smacked by Bird, who played for the Celtics at the start of his career. The Pistons, actual powerhouses. LeBron was also getting smacked by the Celtics early in his career. And the Pistons were an actual powerhouse when LeBron was playing in Cleveland. The Pistons had went to like 5 straight Eastern Conference Finals when LeBron knocked them off in 2007. That's the difference between LeBron and Jordan. LeBron actually beat the Pistons. Jordan didn't. He had to wait till them niggas got old for him to beat them. LeBron beat them niggas at the peak of their powers. So once again, just stop talking basketball, dude. You don't know what you're talking about. The East, it was the same. LeBron had to deal with the Celtics. They were a thorn in his side. He had to deal with the Pistons. Like, just stop. You don't know basketball. Now you want us to believe the East in the 90s was tougher than the East when LeBron was there. Like, just stop. Nobody believes that dumb shit, dude. Yeah, Patrick Ewing in the fucking Knicks, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, Reggie Miller in the Pacers, right? Yeah. Let me ask you guys a question, chat. What Pacer team was tougher? The Reggie Miller Pacers or the Paul George Pacers? You guys remember the Paul George Pacers with Paul George, George Hill, Danny Granger, Roy Hibbert, Lance Stevenson, all them guys? Which team was better? Come on, man. LeBron played the same teams, but they were actually better. Duh. He played the Pacers, just like Jordan did. He played the Knicks. The Knicks team was better when they had Tyson Chandler, Melo, JR, J Kidd, all them guys. The Knicks team was better. LeBron beat them. He played the Bulls with Derrick Rose. Beat them. They were better. Well, not better than the Bulls, but they were a good team. Like, stop it. He played the same teams. They were just better. Like, you niggas, like I said, bro, y'all are just clowns, man. You're just goofy, man. Just stop talking basketball. Start talking like hockey or something, you know? You don't know basketball. Like Jordan's competition was tougher. Nigga played Patrick Ewing. That was his competition, Patrick Ewing. Even when Jordan was retired, that nigga still couldn't win. Patrick Ewing. Nigga played Patrick Ewing, nigga played Reggie Miller, and the nigga played, who else? Because the Celtics were old by the time he started winning. The Pistons were old by the time he started winning. So who else did Jordan play? Who else did he face? Where was this tough East that he had to go through? What teams were there? What was such a challenge that he couldn't? Like, come on, man, stop it. That nigga didn't start winning till everybody got old. He was the last man standing. King J said he's a clown. Exactly, he's a clown. Simple as that. We got the Tethernator. He said LeBron is the only player in the history of basketball to have his high school games broadcasted on pay-per-view. I literally had to watch his games on my black box, aka illegal stream. Roland said, it's insane. Derrick Rose took bronze MVP, which he very much deserved to win that year too. He said nigga played Muggsy Bogues. Exactly. You said Charles Barkley. I'm talking about in the East, though, because he said Jordan's East was tougher. So I'm trying to figure out what teams he's referring to. You know, what teams? The Pacers? Like, the Knicks? Like, niggas just be chatting. LeBron had way more competition than Jordan. Way more. You said any pro basketball player will tell you the East been trash the last 15 years. LOL players was running from the West. Ask KG. Ask Melo. So if the East was trash, why did KG only get one ring then? Out East. If it was so trash, why didn't he win more? Why didn't Melo win then? If the East was so trash. So why he never won a ring?
LeBron fans.
You said because LeBron took his talents to South Beach and did stack versus stack? LOL? Yeah, that was where the league was going. Yeah. Yeah, I mean they teamed up in Boston. So what was LeBron supposed to do? Just stay in Cleveland by himself and keep losing to a stacked team? No, he's like, okay, I need to go get me a stacked team. Every great team is stacked. Duh. Once again, you don't know basketball. Like I was saying, you just getting cooked this whole night, dude. You just getting cooked, dude. You're cooking yourself. Anybody that knows the history of the game knows that every championship team is stacked. Duh. The Lakers in the 80s, they were stacked. The Celtics in the 80s, they were stacked. The Bulls in the 90s, they were stacked. Shaq and Kobe Lakers, they were stacked. The Spurs with Duncan and Ginobili and Tony Parker and Manu and Pop and Kawhi, they were stacked. LeBron and the Heat, they were stacked. The Warriors, they were stacked. The Cavs, they were stacked. Like, every championship team is stacked. Hello. But they just didn't like it when LeBron finally got help. That's what they didn't like. That's what they didn't like. See, it was cool when everybody else had help. That was okay. But when LeBron got help, that's how I know LeBron is the GOAT. He's the only player that got criticized for actually having an adequate team. Everybody else had the best teams and they won. As soon as LeBron get the best team, people felt like he was cheating. This is how I know he was so good. He's too good. As soon as he got some help, they like, nah, nigga, this ain't fair. How? Every great player has help to win. Nah, you was too good, though. You was taking bums to the finals. You don't need no help. Nah, niggas need help, gang. Niggas need help. Armani said, can you play that song one more time?
LeBron fans.
I ain't gonna lie, Armani, it is a bop, man. It really is. It's a bop, man. It's a bop. When LeBron retire, I might cry to that song. I ain't gonna lie, chat. When LeBron retire, I dead ass might just sit in a dark room and just let that song ride and just cry. When my GOAT finally hangs it up, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna shed a tear when my GOAT retire, man. I'm literally gonna cry, bro. That's gonna be a sad day. That's gonna be a sad day. I am not looking forward to that day at all. That's gonna be the saddest day. Real talk. That's gonna be like a death in the family or something, bro. That's gonna be sad. That is going to be a sad day, bro. When my GOAT finally says he's done, he's gonna hang it up. I might cry, bro. I might cry. Cause if this is what I have to look forward to, folks, I'm gonna cry for real. I'm gonna cry for real. He said, Luke, once again, chat, this dude don't know basketball, man. This clown said Luka giving you another 2 years of LeBron and you be hating on him. Luka got traded, dude, to LeBron's team. What the hell are you talking about? We didn't need Luka. Once again, man, like you dudes just are goofy, man. We don't fucking need this clown. That clown was in Dallas. Wasn't nobody thinking about his ass. He's not relevant in our world. That's what y'all don't get. Y'all think he's relevant in our world. We don't care about Luka. We don't care. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we got Manuel, right? So he comes into the chat. It's 3 a.m. It's damn near 4 a.m. This dude comes into the chat and he says, "Is this live?" Now, Manuel, it clearly, right? It clearly says live on the thumbnail. You see that little red square box that says live? It clearly says live. And then over here where, you see our logo, there's like a little red circle. It says live. So it says live 2 times, bro, when you click on the video. Come on, man. I mean, I get that it's late, dude. Did you just wake up or something, bro? Go back to sleep, dude. Go back to sleep. I get it, bro. You woke up in the middle of the night. You checked your phone. You heard me talking. You didn't know if we were live or not. Okay, I get it, dude. Just go to sleep, man. Just go back to sleep. Incredible. says live 2 times, and dude says this is live. No, dude, no. We're not live, bro. Nah. We're not live. Go to bed, dude. We ain't live. The Tethernator said LeBron has never and never will be traded. Yeah, we don't know what that's like. Like I said, that's why they always just throwing shots at us. Because, like I said, their daddy Luka, he's been traded twice already. I mean, this is embarrassing. Yo, they said, chat, they said Luka threw his phone at the wall when he found out he got traded, man. They said Luka threw his phone. They said Luka threw his phone. Look at this, folks. This is Malika Andrews, folks. Look at this.
I thought I would show you the souvenir from that night.
Oh yeah, he's still there.
You hang up the phone the night you're traded, and you threw it.
Yes.
Do you have that phone? You still use that phone?
Yeah, still works.
LA Laker Luka Doncic. Does that still sound a little bit weird to you?
Ladies and gentlemen, Luka woke up and broke his phone, folks, when he found out he got traded, folks. He said Luka Walton. Oh my God. Luka Walton is funny. Luka Walton is funny, man. Luka Walton is funny.
Looking to get back in your type 2 diabetes zone? Once weekly Ozempic can help.
Wow. That's funny, man. This nigga said Luka Walton. He said Luka cried like a baby when he got traded. Like, getting traded is crazy, gang. Like, imagine you're just sleeping in your house and then like a nigga calls you and is like, "Yo, bro, I just traded you to the Lakers, gang." Like, what? Like, you gotta literally get on a plane. You gotta literally get on a plane, right? And fly to another city immediately. See, this is why, like I said, when y'all talk about this is Luka's team, like I said, gang, we don't get traded, bro. We don't get traded. Look how fat he is in this picture. Look at his face, chat. Look at his fat ass face. Like I said, we don't get traded, man. We don't even know what that. What's a trade? What is that, chat? I'm a LeBron fan. I don't know what a trade is. What's that? Is that when like they don't want you no more? I'm sorry, chat. I'm a LeBron fan, so like I don't really know what a trade is exactly. You know, you guys gotta kind of tell me what a trade is.
LeBron fans.
Chat, what's a trade? What is that? I'm a LeBron fan. We've never dealt with that. So like how does it work? Like you have your own team and then in the middle of the night they just ship you to another team? How does that work? Do they like send you a jet or something? Chat, do they send you a plane so you can go to your other team or like? I don't know, man. I don't know. Chat, like I said, when Luka got traded, chat, like he was literally crying on the plane, man. Do you guys remember this, chat? The boy was literally crying, folks. It's like the first day of school again, folks. You got to come and you got to get acquainted with, you know, everybody and, you know, you got to shake hands and you got to meet everybody. It's like you don't know what's going on anymore, you know? That's crazy. Hey, what's up, Laker fans? It's Luka Doncic, and I'm ready to play for the Lakers, and I can't wait to get started. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Laker fans? It's Luka Doncic, and hopefully you guys don't trade me either. Hey, what's up, Laker fans? It's Luka Doncic, and I don't really want to be here, but I want a new contract, so I'm happy to be a Laker.
And the reports are we'll see you Monday. How comfortable are you with that?
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. We're aiming for that. Obviously, it's day to day, but hopefully I can be here at home. Instead, no, it's crypto, my bad.
Hey, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, in crypto. So hopefully I can play in front of the fans.
Yeah, so hopefully I can play in front of the fans. Hey guys, hey Laker Nation, it's Luka Doncic, and I still injured, but hopefully I can play in front of the fans, and I can show everybody what I can do.
Shut your bitch ass up.
That's insane. Luka had to fake it, chat. He wasn't happy at all. He had to fake like he was happy.
Since the shock of the trade, and you had some time to wrap your mind around things during the All-Star break, what are you thinking now, heading forward?
Right now, moving forward. I'm moving forward. I'm happy to be here, man. This is one of the greatest clubs in the world. Just happy to be here. Like I said, obviously I'm gonna need some times, but I'm happy to represent the Lakers.
How do I feel right now? You want the truth or you want a lie? No, I happy to play for Lakers. It's one of the greatest clubs in the world. So, I a little tired right now. I need to go home. I need to eat something. Probably burger, French fries, my favorite food. And I lay down and I think about, my new life in Los Angeles, and that nigger traded me, but it is what it is. I happy to be on one of the greatest clubs in the world, the Los Angeles Lakers. So yeah.
Shut your bitch ass up.
That nigga got off the plane and saw ghosts, man. That nigga got off the plane and saw ghosts, chat. That nigga didn't know where he was at. That nigga didn't know where he was at. Welcome to LA.
LeBron fans.
Gonna have me on a late night mission, pulling up. I can't keep my distance. I don't know, girl, I can see it different. I just wanna slide on through, provide for you. Your name a list of things that I can do.
Welcome to LA. On the dead homies, cuh. Welcome to LA, cuh. I don't want to gang bang. I don't want to be part of Blood and Crips. I just want to play basketball and go home. You say, why you hating on Luka this much? You ain't a real Laker fan? You're right, dude. You caught me. You exposed me, dude. Wow. You got me, dude. You're right, bro. I am not a Lakers fan. Wow. You got me. I mean, didn't I make it obvious enough? Didn't I make it obvious enough? You stupid clown. Didn't I make it obvious enough that I'm not a Lakers fan? But let you tell it, you're exposing me, right? Oh, you're not a real Lakers fan. Duh. You goofball. Like I said, you're the one with a damn soccer ball as your profile picture. Just stick to soccer, okay? Stick to that bullshit ass sports soccer. You don't know nothing about basketball, okay? Keep your fucking shit, your shitter closed, dude. Keep your shitter closed. So that's really all I got, folks. Armani, I'm out, man. I'm about to go to sleep, Armani. I'm gonna catch you on the next one, Armani. But yeah, folks, that's really all I got, man. Like I said, Luka Dookie, he's ducking smoke, folks. He don't want that smoke, man. He's been getting exposed. Reaves is getting exposed. It's just been sad, man. It's just been sad all the way around for these dudes. It's been a sad week, for the Lakers' quote-unquote future, right? Told you guys, man, these dudes suck, man. These dudes suck. That's just the reality. You got Dreamers Pro crying, talking about, oh, I blame LeBron. It's like, okay, so do you not even watch the games then? Like we know you're in Nigeria, right? And the games come on at like 6 a.m. over there, but like, do you even watch the damn games, dude? Luka and Reaves suck, dude. Like, I mean, LeBron can't save them, oh, well, they were playing good before LeBron. Okay. So you were playing good in October and November. Now you think you're what? A title contender? Like, okay, cool. You beat the Pelicans in November. Whoop-de-doo. Now you got to play some real teams, dude. And once again, they're getting exposed. So like I said, Trevor Lane and the Mayonnaise Media, like I said, respectfully, you know, you guys, I'm starting to assume that you guys work for the Lakers at this point. And if that's the case, I'm fine with that, but you need to let the people know, right? You know, but it is what it is, man. At this point, it is what it is. Just stay out of my way, right? And when I'm cooking reaves, like I said, just let me cook them and mind your business. You know, I don't want people getting in my way of me cooking reaves. He's going to get this work, folks. So tomorrow, I hope he plays. I really do. Because I know the Phoenix Suns are going to get that boy to business tomorrow. But folks, listen, man, we're 3 hours in. We got 89 likes on the video. 89 likes is actually insane. We got 160 people in the building right now. If you've made it this far, folks, y'all do me a favor. We're 3 hours in. All right. If you've made it this far, folks, I mean, come on. Please, right? Drop a like on the video. I wouldn't do that to you guys, okay? I wouldn't do that to you guys. But I do want to say thank you, man, to everybody that tuned in and that's listening right now. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Tethernator. Appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to Alan Code. Shout out to Mac with the Vortex. Shout out to Mike298. And shout out to GD, man. I will catch you boys tomorrow, man. We got a lot to talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow is game day. So we will be doing some shows before the game, at halftime, and obviously we'll recap it with a post-game show. So I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Y'all have a blessed night. This was another installment of The Locker Room. Peace.
I gonna tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right?
What?
That's what he fucking did. He fucking disrespected the bitch.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
Shut your bitch ass up!